Skipped a beat there.
Ah.
Yeah, man. Hey now.
Where are we at? Oh.
It always takes a little bit of a beat. All right, man. We're here. We made it. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Sun was shining here in Colorado. I wish I could complain about the chemtrails, Mike. No chemtrails.
No chemtrails?
Yeah. I was expecting World War III, some sort of bombardment of Iran or something, man. Nothing, dude. No, just chemtrail-free weekend, I guess. We had a really wacky week of weather, though. 3 days of darkness. I went on to, Google search now. It's Gemini. Like, you go into the Google search, it's not the old search. You're talking with Gemini now.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
I typed into Gemini somewhere around Thursday, and like it was 72 hours of complete darkness here in Colorado and wild geoengineering and all this stuff. And I said, hey, could you give me the schedule for June's geoengineering and solar radiation management? Like, just give me the schedule for August Rico and the Israeli, company.
Well, Gemini is probably running
They do run some of it, right? Yeah, they are. No, so that's why I figured, hey, look, enough of the bullshit. I want to plan some days to sun soak and hang out in the yard. Right. Give me your chemtrail geoengineering schedule. I know you're doing it. Just give me the schedule. And it gave me this long-winded explanation how there quite simply isn't a schedule because those operations are just in theory, Mike. They don't actually exist. And so I said, hey, Gemini, look, let's not beat around the bush, all right? I know what you're doing. There's a lawsuit right now here in Colorado out of CU Boulder against NOAA, where they are litigating over data deletion in response to geoengineering and weather modification practices. And also, the Congress in 2022 signed a bill that Joe Biden signed on that allocated $500 million to NOAA and DARPA and private companies like Rainmaker, Augusta Rico, and the Make Sunset guys and the Stardust Solutions, that Israeli company, $500 million to do these geoengineering operations. So I know this is going on. It's admitted to. There's private companies. There's bills allocating funds. Just give me the schedule. Come on now. Like, let's stop lying here. Gemini responded, I shit you not. You seem stressed about this topic. You should put down your device, get less screen time, and go outside.
Wow.
Bro. And then I responded and I said, I did try to go outside. And when I went out there, the sky was covered in chemtrails and geoengineering. So I came in here, asked you what's going on with the chemtrails, the geoengineering.
And they just went round and round and round.
Dude, and then it said, look, I know this is a frustrating thing that occurs when you see something and then you search it and you're not getting the answers you're looking for. What you really should do is put down the screen and seek professional mental help because you seem to be stressed out from this problem, dude. Yeah. So, and then I quoted links directly to that AI Google program that's going on, where Google AI is literally working with our airlines. Obama signed it in 2014, where they're rerouting flights and spraying certain mixtures of chemicals in order to have their chemtrails linger, disperse, and block the sunlight. It said, no, that's just a theoretical program we signed into operation. You seem really stressed. What you need to do is put down your phone, go outside, and seek professional medical help from a medical provider. And so it kept insisting that I get mental help.
Now, both of you could be right.
I am insane. Yes.
Don't. You might need professional help, but the government also is doing experiments with the atmosphere. At least they were.
Totally. But it just creeped me out a little bit here, though, that here's AI, man, and I'm prompting it with direct links, private companies, bills passed by Congress, and it's saying, look, you're reading too much into this and it's stressing you out. You need to stop researching and go speak to a mental health practitioner.
But obviously that's what it's programmed.
Yes.
To do,
Yeah.
I mean? It's not programmed to. You got to go to X for that. Grok,
Grok will entertain me. But I was just at work and I was having some fun with Google. I just wanted to see, where does the woke AI take me on this? It takes me nowhere. It flat out denies, and then when I push further with direct evidence, it says, you have a mental health issue. You should go seek professional help. And my point being is, there are lawsuits right now where parents are suing ChatGPT and they're taking these AIs to court because they're convincing kids to kill themselves, man. So this AI, dude, it's a little sketchy in my opinion.
It's a little sketchy, but some of those kids, maybe we do need to thin the herd a little bit. I'm sorry.
What you're saying is, if you're relying on AI, maybe we'd be better off as a society without you, right?
Bros, I'm working downtown on a Saturday morning. Brutal. Like downtown. Yeah. We're cleaning these we're cleaning these drains on Lower Wacker Drive.
All right, man. So, yeah.
Lower Wacker Drive, it's a shithole, but right, it's like where we were, you literally it spits you out right onto the highway onto 290, and there's a bridge there that they raised to let the boats go.
Right on. That's the one they famously raised in The Dark Knight.
Is it really in the movie?
Maybe not. Well, they raised all the bridges, I thought, right? But yeah.
But if you're on Lower Wacker or in the turn, like the go around, you don't see the bridge.
Right.
You're just like in this cement tunnel. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Dude, so all these people are honking. Everybody's going nuts. Everybody's trying to back up to get to the point where they could get to the turnaround.
Yes.
And all these, like, I'm just gonna say what it is. All these brown foreign men are like, dude, I'm not even. They're getting out of their car. They're now like out of their car, yelling at the people behind them to back up so that they could back up.
Wow.
And like this whole thing is going on. You're in this tunnel, so it's like everybody. These guys are honking and yelling, and it's so annoying, dude. We're just watching this all go down, and then finally, dude, like out of a comedy, finally the last of the brown men gets to the turnaround, guns it, honks, flicks us off because we're yelling at him the whole time.
You're the asshole, right?
Yeah, we're the asshole. The guy just trying to do his job and not have this honking noise, right? And literally, as he's driving away to go take the 15-minute detour, the line started moving. They lowered the bridge.
All that, and he could have just waited.
All those people now are going on this like longer detour than if he would have just waited, dude. That's all I can think is that. And the guy, the building engineer, he's been in this building for 30 years. And he's like, this is how it's been for 30 years. This is what we've witnessed. And all I can think is like, man, there's just too many dumb people.
Well,
and then who are the dummies listening to the dummies telling you to go? You know
I
what
know.
I mean? Dude,
yes.
You get out of your car, you tell me to reverse, I'm telling you to fuck off.
Right.
I'm not listening to you.
Yeah, you have to have those red and blue sirens attached to your vehicle if I'm going to move my car anywhere at any point in time. Ever.
Right. Dude, yeah. Yes. Otherwise, you could fuck off and go wait in your car. Yeah. But that's what I mean by thinning the herd, dude. Never a bad idea.
I hear you.
Especially the weak-minded. If you're weak enough to be convinced by an AI, maybe it's better for us.
Great call, dude.
You're probably going to be the one that's telling me to mask up in 20 years.
Absolutely. 20, maybe even 2 years or 2 months, depending on this Ebola thing shakes out, man.
Did we invented Ebola?
Right. Yeah. We talked.
Or we just gene therapied it or edited.
It popped up off of the Ebola River in Africa somewhere between the 50s and the 70s, and then it kind of just hung out there within its own capacity, randomly, selectively infecting various individuals and groups who were susceptible to the new mutations, but never anything profound until somewhere around 2013, inexplicably, this thing started mutating wildly and spreading throughout Africa and infecting other countries. we don't really know exactly what changed in 2013. We're not going to explicitly say, look, we started doing a lot of gain and function research in like something like 120 different biolabs around the world.
I'm not trying to say anything here, but how come this is another one that doesn't affect Ashkenazi Jews? Every virus we're getting nowadays is the Jews, not affected.
So yeah, there's a lot of questions about the whole, not about the origins necessarily, but like how Ebola now has become kind of what it is.
That's what I mean. We didn't invent it. We did the gain of function was what I was looking for.
Yeah, we talked about in the last show, there was some gain of function, or there is currently gain of function that goes on with certain strains of Ebola that aren't human-to-human transferred viruses, allegedly. And Bill Gates, remember, he is personally behind the financing of the 2 active current Ebola vaccines.
It's crazy. That's how you know there's going to be an outbreak.
Yeah, well, there is an outbreak. So I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to pull with this whole Ebola thing, because Ebola is a scary virus, man. I think it's got the 40% death rate.
Oh, it kills everything.
This is the one where you're bleeding from the eyes and the bowels evacuate from the body. I mean, it's not a good one, man. This one's pretty scary, honestly.
They were saying that's like the one thing that keeps it from spreading. It's so deadly. Like, you get it, you go home, your whole family's dead before you guys could even spread it.
Right. Good call. Okay, so it's not like COVID, which kind of technically didn't even really exist,
but
right?
didn't do anything. No, there's this. It's actually really crazy if you listen to like real virologists.
Right.
They talk about how there's kind of like a Goldilocks zone with them, where like either they're not bad enough to actually kill the population, or what is it? Like, oh no, they spread so fast that they mutate themselves out of being deadly, which is what they said happened with COVID, right?
Right.
It was, you know what I mean? Or on the reverse side, it kills so fast that it can't, it doesn't have time to spread.
Right on. All right. Well, the current one we got right now, we talked about it recently. It's I'm not 100% on the pronunciation, but I like the spelling. I like the way it sounds. The Bundibugyo strain. That's the strain. Yeah, the Bundibugyo strain is the one we're rocking here. It's a strain of Ebola. So they're saying this is the one that is spreading out of control. There's been over 1,000 suspected cases, somewhere between 100 and 200 deaths.
It's nothing, man. This is dropping the bucket, dude.
I was thinking that too.
200 people.
It doesn't seem like a lot, right?
In all of Africa?
Yeah, right. I thought if we were talking about something that was going to wipe people out or destroy humanity, you'd be seeing thousands on. Again, same thing with COVID. Hardly believable. I'm not seeing the bodies piling up on the streets. You know what I'm saying? You would get the piles of bodies, and then the dudes in the hazmat suits, spraying down the piles of bodies, or with the flamethrower burning the piles of bodies. We'd be seeing those images, I felt like, with this stuff. They're trying to push it, though.
So they're talking about 300 in Uganda that has 46 million people.
Right. That's not a lot. I'm not a math magician here, but
no.
Doesn't seem like a lot.
Oh, no. Where's that saying? What are you looking at?
This is
the article
Congo.
said Uganda. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Ebola outbreaks.
Gotcha.
It's Olga, right? So, I don't know.
Do you want to know the funniest thing? I'm addicted to this guy on YouTube. He's from Costa Rica.
Right on.
Right. And he goes to like these African and Middle Eastern countries and like tries their street food.
Yes.
And sometimes he gets sick and he'll like show himself in the hospital. And there's sometimes where he's like, yeah, I can't eat that. I won't touch that. Or like, and all I ever think about is like, dude, I wouldn't go to your country and eat the food. And you're going to this other country and being like, nah, I won't touch that food. It's so crazy from like an American point of view. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Man, it's so funny.
So
I thought of it because he went to Uganda and he got violently ill from. Dude, never eat food when the guy has to promise you it's beef.
right. Emma went to Fiji in like high school for a high school trip or something, and she ended up not able to eat the food and got food poisoning. Everyone there got food poisoning because I guess they take the meat, whatever animal it is that they killed, and they just bash it till the bones smash into the meat, and then they cook it all. And this process was not the most sanitary, and it allegedly made a lot of the American people there very sick, dude.
I love when people are like, "No, you can't drink the water." Well, then I'm not eating the food. What are they? They're gonna wash the lettuce in the water I can't eat. I can't drink. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying though? Like I don't.
Oh yeah.
If I can't drink the water in your country, I'm not going to your country.
So the Ebola thing's funny. You nailed it by bringing up what we discussed about a week ago, which is there's a lot of weird gain of function involved. Bill Gates has his hands in all of this, as always, on some level. And then, along with the Bill Gates kind of addition, he's very intimately involved with mosquito farming, where they take mosquitoes and they purposely inject the males with the disease to wipe out the females, or it's a complicated process. In my book,
they like genetically modified them so the females would give birth to sterile.
Yes,
sterile. Yeah.
Not to be outdone, Google. We were just discussing Google and their AI trying to pull some trickery on me when I'm talking chemtrails. In a bizarre and bold public health initiative, Google is seeking federal approval to release up to 32 million specially treated mosquitoes across California and Florida over the next 2 years.
I mean, come on, can we just...
Why? Why are you doing this?
Let's just leave it alone, dude. It never works.
I don't know.
It never works like you think it's going to.
Or maybe it works exactly the way they plan, which is spread some diseases we want to use to thin the herd, as you were referring to earlier, my man.
No, but even if we're gonna go, I believe you wholeheartedly, right?
Right.
Even if you're right, and you get rid of all the mosquitoes, you don't know what's gonna happen next. What if that causes like the horsefly population to explode? Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't know what balance the mosquito keeps to the ecosystem.
Totally. Yeah, I can't remember what interview I was just listening to, but a fellow was on there discussing how the introduction of a certain bug into the ecosystem helped cause the famine in China, which wiped out millions of people or whatever, because it led to having abundance of some predator that wiped out another thing that ended up wiping out the crops. It's just there's always a chain reaction when we meddle with nature, dude.
Oh, we're too stupid.
Yes,
we are too dumb.
Absolutely,
there's no way. Even Google.
Even Google.
Listen. Tech giant seeking federal approval. If I'm an asshole sitting in a federal office and some guy from Google calls me up and says we have 32 million mosquitoes, my first question is, why do you have 32 million mosquitoes? Kill them immediately.
Nobody asked for more mosquitoes. That's all I'm saying. There's no
get rid. We have enough.
So I think we covered this a while back, but I feel like it doesn't get enough play as it should, which is the fact that when it comes to mosquito farming, this is nothing new, and Bill Gates has been behind it for a long time. We could stop it at any point. This is a groovy little video documenting a Colombian facility sponsored, funded, and run by the Bill Gates Foundation, where they are literally farming mosquitoes and pumping these mosquitoes with West Nile virus, dengue, Zika, and a plethora of others. I can only assume somewhere in there, Ebola, Bundibugyo is floating around on one of these mosquito farms. So we could dip in, we can dip out at any point, but I just think this is a nice solid proof here that this is not only going on in secret, this is openly discussed and bragged about by these people. Well, and let me that was a little loud on my side as per usual. I'm Go down there and let's hit it.
Biggest mosquito factory for the World Mosquito Program. We're making in here 30 million mosquitoes a week. Come
30
week?
mosquitoes.
A week? A week? Frank, I think I found the cause of our mosquito problem.
Yeah, well, are you curious now where dengue fever popped up a year ago? I mean, I think it probably floated over from this mosquito farm in Colombia, man.
Fuck out of here.
have a look. We're doing it for a very serious reason. Cities
Don't
like
worry,
Medellín have
everybody. These 30 million mosquitoes. Nah, this fag in a Bahama Tommy fucking t-shirt or whatever. He's watching over the facility. What are those shirts? Tommy Bahama?
You nailed it. Yeah, it was a Tommy Bahama. Yeah.
He's a fag, is what I'm saying. Can't even dress up for the interview.
From diseases like dengue.
At least wear a suit. Make me believe. You know what I mean? Just give me some kind of comfort here. You know?
At least the Bond villains used to be classy fellas. You know what I'm saying? Now we got these weirdos in Hawaiian shirts hanging out in Colombia.
Where's Marjorie Taylor's boyfriend? You come here, not even wearing a suit. That was his 15 minutes of fame, that guy.
Zika, chikungunya for decades, but not anymore.
You remember chikungunya popped up last year? We did a whole thing on it, man. They were freaking out about chikungunya, and we're like, hey, where does this chikungunya come from? Oh, the mosquito farm in Colombia where they're breeding millions of mosquitoes a week.
Dude. Frank, it came from the wet market 3 blocks away from Come on, man.
We've been able to bring the solution of Wolbachia mosquitoes to this city. When this bacteria called Wolbachia gets introduced into the mosquito, it stops their ability to transmit
now we're in
dengue.
Jumanji.
Yes.
Not Jumanji, Jurassic Park.
This is literally Jurassic Park.
This is Jurassic Park now.
Did we learn nothing from Jeff Goldblum? Come on, people.
Chaos theory, man.
Life finds a way. No, literally, they talk about.
This is literally Jurassic Park.
He's gonna brag about how nothing nefarious occurs because we've eliminated the female part or the male part. Like, no, dude, there's always
always a way.
A mutation. Something always happens, dude. Like, literally, go watch a Hollywood movie from 1993. They spell it out for you very clearly. You shouldn't be doing this.
These mosquitoes that have Wolbachia, now they go and mate, and Wolbachia gets passed into the wild mosquito population. If we're going to control these diseases in all this tropical...
Mr. Frank, I got a question here. Do they ever talk about what happens when one of these bites a human?
Right. No, well, they're saying they've genetically designed them to not bite the human. So apparently only the females bite humans. So if they eradicate the females and only the males are out there, you won't be bit by the males.
Right. But okay, hear me out now. You're injecting this DNA changing substance into the male.
That's right.
And then it passes it on to the female.
Oh, yeah.
And then that female's biting humans.
No, the female dies.
That's not what it says.
Right. What did he say?
These mosquitoes that have Wolbachia, now they go and mate, and Wolbachia gets passed into the wild mosquito population. If we're going to control these diseases in all the tropical cities of the world, it's going to require a lot of mosquitoes. The mosquito life cycle starts with the egg, and in this room, we've got a lot of eggs. Each one of these strips, these tiny black dots, are up to 10,000.
Man, we can't shut down U.S. aid fast enough,
Jesus
my man.
Christ.
Shut it all down, dude.
Mosquito eggs. Across all of these strips...
Where's RFK Jr.?
Seriously, man.
About 1.5 million dried eggs waiting to hatch. In this tray, we've got the newly hatched eggs.
This is incredible.
Larvae, so small you can hardly see them. They're going to sit in here for a few days and eat and get bigger until they look like these ones over here.
This guy's going to bring the end of the world.
We're wanting to do the next
He's
step
gonna kill us
sorting,
all, dude.
sorting the males from the females. We want to do that so we can manipulate the...
Like, the end of humanity won't be some nuke bomb or a comet from space or any event of aliens invading. No, it's going to be some nerd in Colombia releasing some deadly mosquito that's going to just wipe us out, man. Literally.
I mean, how many zombie movies have started with this exact clip right here? This is no, we made this chemical. It's great. This is going to change the DNA of the mosquito. No effect on human.
They slap a Hawaiian shirt and the Rachel Maddow glasses on this dude to make him soft, to make it easy for you to digest this world-ending scenario.
This is terrible.
In the cages to be
all funded by the Gates Foundation people.
More female than male. The bottom ones along here are the boys, and the ones at the top are the girls. They're bigger. From here,
you see that division system there, Mike, in place? There's no way you can mistake and get some males with the female. It's perfect. It's a flawless system, dude.
They're going into the adult cages. We have adults that we continuously grow in what we call our brood stock. And then over here, we have the mass-produced mosquitoes getting ready to give us the egg.
Look at those evil genetic beasts, man, that are going to just fly around fucking blood. Get out of here. Why are they doing this? I don't understand.
Like, what if we just end up making them 5 times bigger? Like, they just get huge. Like, you never know. Seriously, what if all this does is kill off the weak and now you have only the strong?
These monstrous, radioactive, genetically enhanced super mosquitoes. Yeah,
who have literally, like, survived World War II in the mosquito world.
To go out directly into the field.
Okay, so now he's going to show up with them releasing, and this is actually what freaked me out about all of this.
It's crazy,
because we've been hearing all this stuff about the boxes of ticks being dropped off in fields and on hiking trails.
You might wonder, what do we feed all these mosquitoes here? Well, I can tell you, we've got the good stuff in here. On the top shelf, literally, we've got the blood. They love it.
It's actually adrenochrome. They've been getting adrenochrome from Epstein Island. So these are very youthful mosquitoes.
So mosquitoes are grown. They're ready to go out into the field. The first way is to get the eggs and package them in a gelatin capsule with food. Voila. There's 300 eggs in here.
He's got a tiny capsule the size of a Tylenol tablet, basically, with 300 eggs of mosquitoes.
And food for them.
And food, and they drop it into a pool of water and it dissolves.
Mosquitoes to be able to grow, they just need to be dropped in water.
And now we have a guy with a backpack filled with mosquitoes, and he just kind of bops around the city releasing these genetically modified mosquitoes.
Is to take the adults themselves. Here we have 300, and they can be released.
Oh my god.
And if that's not enough, Mike, we got drones, baby, drones, man.
Oh my god, drone for aerial release. Over half the world's population is currently suffering or at risk of contracting these diseases.
Oh, they're gonna do it here.
Oh, it's over, man. They're doing it now.
They're gonna do it here.
I guarantee. So I think we got what we wanted out of that clip.
Here,
yeah, man.
So Bill Gates, just die already, or at least just disappear. Get a yacht like Jeff Bezos.
I know.
Just leave us alone, man. Leave us alone.
Well, Bill Gates is retiring. A lot of crazy stuff coming out of the Bill Gates Foundation recently. Apparently, he's not doing so hot, and we joked about it. Oh, what's going on here? There you go.
Zoomed in on his ear.
Oh yeah, can't really get the guy in there. There we go. We were laughing about how Bill Gates went on this whole media tour about a year and a half ago. And it was conveniently right before the Epstein information came out and all the dirty deets from his divorce with Melinda.
He released a book. Him as a child on the cover.
And he went on The View with that sweater vest, apparently Wall Street Journal did a deep dive, and Bill's now on the outs with the Gates Foundation. The foundation itself is actually now struggling to get financing or to position itself in any way because the image has been so soiled, allegedly, because of his relationship with Epstein. And apparently he had a massive crew specifically for improving his image in the public sphere.
Oh, I'm sure he had a whole team.
Bro, they had a team. Employees maintained a custom mannequin for outfit testing.
Damn.
To see what worked. in what made him more likable and less evil, dude. Yeah, dude, literally they had an entire warehouse stocked with neutral sweaters, button-down slacks, and his signature glasses, dude. And they literally aimed for a quote Mr. Rogers look.
Yeah, we know.
I know.
We know what you were going for. I mean, dude, look, if you need a team of people to make you seem likable, maybe instead of hiring that team, just try to be more likable. You know what I mean?
No, he can't be, man. I mean, he's a eugenicist. He's poisoning the world through Gavi and all these other foundations. I mean,
but like that's what I'm saying. Like if he would just come out,
right,
and be like, "Look, this is what we did. This is how we took over the HHS, FDA. You know what I mean? This is how we did everything." I'd like you.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm serious about this. If Bill Gates, because I'm all about honesty, right?
Yes.
If you're, if you're crooked millionaire, just admit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump, just come out and admit it, man. You and the boys, you're making a last grab for it, your fortune before you're out of office. Okay, we get it. We know what's going on. Yes, just admit it. That's fine. I'm not mad at you. I get it. It's the way the game is played. Bill Gates, please do yourself an image favor. Come out and just say it. You're a eugenicist. You believe in depopulation of the planet. You are trying to depopulate the planet. We'll respect you more for being honest about it. We will still hate you. Everyone still hates you. We will hate you forever, right? No one will ever like you, Bill Gates, but we'll respect you for admitting you're trying to kill all of us, right?
No, I'd like you if you just were honest. Well, then we could have a discussion. I might be on board, man. There's a lot of people I think we could get rid of. You know? Not the plumbers, though. You always got to poop.
They're saying this AI thing, man, it's going to wipe out jobs. There was some guy, I think the dude who works with Anthropic is saying that there's going to be unemployment up to maybe 30% within the next decade, which
2030, yeah.
20% was the Great Depression unemployment number. So 30% would be a little bit more of a Great Depression, I presume.
Yeah, but they're saying the unemployment number already is a lie because never before they said because unemployment, the whole metrics for the unemployment came from back in a time when men wanted to work.
So, that's interesting. You mean like now men don't want to work? So
unemployment is only 4% because only 4% of people they only count people who are looking for work.
Oh, interesting. Active unemployed people searching for jobs. That's what counts as the percentage. So you mean there's a fat chunk of people
who are 7 million people who left the workforce. Wow. They're not even counted in the workforce. Mostly working age men.
You know what? I think probably 50% of them live in Denver, Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, dude. Yes, they are all in Denver, dude.
I'm going to talk about like two worlds. Dude. I literally, when I'm at work, I'm surrounded by young men who just work. Do their job. And then it's like, you go everywhere else, though, it's like you're surrounded by people who just don't have jobs.
I know, dude. Seriously.
I don't understand how there's so many people that just don't have jobs. I go do a side job at this house. There's 9 adults in this house. None of you have a job?
What's going on, man?
Why are all of you living off of this one old lady's house? Like, just go get a job.
Are you all making money clipping Joe Rogan on X? I don't get it. Like, how is there that much clippage to go around, man? Yeah, definitely. I think if there's one thing we're learning, it's through the JD Vance fraud group or his anti-fraud thing that he's running. Have you seen? I know you. Most people haven't seen what's going on there because the legacy media refuses to report on it.
They don't want to talk about it.
But the fraud is in the hundreds of billions. They're even saying, I think Dr. Oz recently said we could be talking about trillions of dollars of fraud.
Oh, yeah. When you add up the Medicare, the food stamps,
absolutely, dude. Yeah.
I love this. I was thinking about it the other day. Illinois, it was this whole big, you might not have seen it, but it was a whole big thing where Illinois was going to require you to at least volunteer 20 hours a month to get your food stamps.
Wow. Like volunteer for the homeless or...
Yeah, right. You had to either prove that you were working or you volunteered.
All right.
And it was like, just pretty much, you got to do something.
Yes.
And then everybody made a big deal out of it, and everybody was going to die. All these children were going to starve, and nobody has starved. Nobody's dead. Right? You know what happened? People went to work.
Yeah, man. Of course. I mean, it's crazy people aren't working. I believe there are jobs available. We have a property next to our facility that the owner or the person who was renting it died, and the place was in disarray. The owner of the building had to have a crew come in and just gut the place, man, and get everything out of there, and then totally transform the outside of the property. I mean, chopping down weeds that grew into trees through the roof, and like just major work that had to go down. He hired 2 Venezuelans and they did it in 3 days, bro.
Wow.
And he was telling me about the guys, and he said no English spoken with these fellas. They would show up, and in some broken Spanish Venezuelan English, me and them would coordinate when I was having guys drop stuff off with the van so they could get their tree branches out of the way, basically. But he was telling me those guys were so happy to have the job that he offered them because they were making $5 an hour in Venezuela. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting. People shit on America all the time, and we have all these lazy bums collecting free checks and food stamps from the government. When you got people from Venezuela, and I did shit on them for coming here illegally, and I still do, but it says a lot that, man, they're just so happy to have a job that pays more than $5 an hour. Maybe we need a few more people like that in the workforce.
I know.
Some people who appreciate
gratitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then show up early for the job, ready to work, overtime, ready to rock, and just grateful to have some work, man. It's just crazy. We're living in this time with the unemployment.
I think you know what it is when we set up all these welfare programs, I don't think they expected people to get it when they needed it and use it to get themselves out of a bad situation. I didn't, especially when you listen to liberals and progressives talk, you guys don't realize if you just give there's shitty people out there where if you just give them $1,000 a month, they'll just figure out how to live on that $1,000 a month.
Absolutely.
They're not going to use that as a springboard. You know what I mean?
Well, what would you do with your $1,000 monthly check from the government?
If you gave me $1,000 a month right now, I would invest that money.
You and I both immediately would invest it into the markets. Yes.
Every month, index fund every month.
It would just be split apart between my different.
In 20 years, yeah.
Exactly. Yes, man. So they don't want to give us free money, man.
The thing is, you talk about a lot. I talk about a lot with veterans. So many people take advantage of the disability because it's just too easy.
Right.
You go to the army and they literally beg you to take it when you're getting out. Are you sure nothing's wrong with you? You don't have a sore back or something? You know what I mean? And then everybody gets at least some percentage. And one thing you notice is if you're working with a veteran who's a hardworking good guy, he didn't take it.
Right.
Right. And then you meet the fucking fat, lazy piece of shit at the bar. You're like, you were a veteran? You don't look like you could run out of the parking lot. You're a veteran? And then you find out, yeah, he's getting $3,600 a month from the government. Doesn't work. Just, you know what I mean? Because there's no motivation.
Adam Carolla discusses this a lot in regards to his divorce with his wife or his ex-wife, and how she wasn't necessarily a bad person, but the government gave her an opportunity to take advantage of the situation, so she took it. And I think that is a universal concept for all people. I don't think most people are bad people, but I think that they will take advantage of any opportunity to get something for free or to make 100%. Life easier for themselves and get a leg up, especially when they think that the government owes them these things. A lot of people walk around as if they are indebted from the government, like the government owes money to them and free healthcare and all this other crap that you and we don't want anything from the government because we know the puppet string that comes along with these gifts from the government.
It's never good.
No, and also nothing is ever free. Someone pays for it, and that someone is always the honest, hardworking 9-to-5 taxpayer that is working Monday through Friday, busting their ass. That freebie, whether it's diapers in California or needles and Narcan here in Colorado and Denver, or the maternity leave that comes out of my paycheck, it comes out of my paycheck. All that free crap comes out of my paycheck.
It's not
that
free.
I work hard for. No, it's not free.
People. Yes, nothing's free.
No, I'm paying for it. That's what pisses me off, dude.
I was explaining to this guy the other day, the communist. You know that drawing? You ever see that cartoon where it's like the tall dude, the medium-sized kid, and then the short kid, and they're trying to watch the baseball game over the fence?
Yes.
And it's a whole point of like equity versus equality. And it was like if everything was equal, you would just give a small box to all three of them, and then the little guy still can't see over the fence. But if you equity, which is what the communists and the socialists are talking about, equity is, giving 2 boxes to the shortest guy, 1 box to the medium guy, and then everybody could see over the fence, right?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, but really what socialism and communism ends up being is they come and they cut off 2 feet of that guy's legs. Because in the real world, you can't lift, the government doesn't lift anybody up. That's exactly it. See, that's the difference between equality and equity. And what we want, Frank, is equity. And my whole point is no, the government will collect the boxes and then cut off the legs of the taller man. That is communism.
Right.
And then the government, and then the politicians and the elite class enjoy all the boxes. That's communism.
Great call. And then also you could take the legs you cut off of the one guy, put them on the smaller guy, and you get clavicular or whatever that dude's name is. And you're looks maxing, right? You're looks maxing all of a sudden, my man. Hey, all right. Looks maxing, baby. Yeah.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the government never makes anything better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No,
it can only make us equal in a way that you bring everybody down.
Absolutely. And I'm just a major proponent of the reward is meaningless without the work. And I truly believe nothing feels as satisfying as something hard earned. And truly, it's not even monetary. You know what I'm saying? There's like a human elevation to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are just a better person all around when you earn what you have. And then also if you make a meager living, man, our dad made a modest living and was extremely frugal to the point of mockery and insult. But now he lives the life of a king as a retired man because he you know what? He knew what it took to eventually get to that point. And I don't know. I just think that hard work, earning it, saving, putting the time, the effort, that says it all and does it all. You'll look back on your life and you may not have the mansion in Beverly Hills. You may have that little plot of land there in the suburbs somewhere, but you still made it, and you did it yourself.
You could do better than your grandma's basement on the south side of Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know.
I hear you.
Look around and just ask yourself, am I doing the best I can? Is this the best I could, you know what I mean?
Well, we're in a funny time now, especially with this AI and the era of universal basic income and the rise of socialism and communism, dude.
I was just about to say, this is why I'm so against universal basic income. Everybody will just get so lazy.
A lot of these tech giants are all in on it, man. I've heard Musk even say, like, we got to get to a point maybe where we do the UBI. I am not into it because, to me, universal basic income, that's your mark of the beast. You're going to get the digital currency with the universal basic income, right? The government's going to say, you can have your free government money, but you got to use your government app to access your government money. And did you make an unsavory comment about vaccine boosters on Twitter 4 years ago? We're going to put a pause on your little free account there that we gave you, right? So I think that's what people need to understand is when you get that universal basic income, there's going to be a nice little string attached to that income.
What happens when they close the tap? Now you're starving. Now you got no money. Now you got, you know what I mean? No. Be in control of your own.
Absolutely.
Future,
and this is what's kind of not being talked about a lot. Very interestingly, last week or so, Scott Bessent went out there and discussed in great detail how they essentially wiped out the crypto accounts of all the leaders in Iran. They got
the crypto?
Yeah, so apparently they can stop the user's access to the wallet. See, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Created Bitcoin, dude.
Yeah, totally, dude. For sure, man. No, they're not gonna let you have your own actual money, regardless in whatever form, man. Even they're gonna eventually come for the gold at some point. I promise you. If you have gold, you better watch out, man. The government's gonna want that action, dude. But the AI phenomenon right now, I find to be super interesting because I've noticed this week, especially. Democrats have decided that this might be one of their new hills that they're going to die on. I'm seeing it a lot here intimately in Colorado. There's a major fight by our local Democrats to stop AI data center construction throughout the state. Right now,
Democrats are against anything.
Yeah, well, it's Trump derangement syndrome, right?
Good, yeah.
Well, Trump's all in with the tech bros, Silicon Valley, Palantir, and all those
Democrats
dudes
used to be all for.
Exactly. Yes.
No.
I can't get over. I saw a quote this week. Trevor Noah. People are referring to him as the Joe Rogan of the left, or the liberal Joe Rogan.
What?
Well, but what blows my mind about that statement is I watched a show of Joe Rogan like a week ago where he's like, "No, I'm a liberal." He literally said, "I'm a liberal," and they keep trying to find their liberal Joe Rogan. It's like, dude, you have your liberal Joe Rogan. His name is Joe Rogan, man. He's a liberal, dude. Like, what are you guys talking about, man? Yeah, apparently.
I was just talking about the other day how like it's so crazy. RFK got kicked. Dude, the anti-vax thing and all that used to be like the most left hippie.
For sure, man.
Jim Carrey. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like,
yeah, man.
It was left wing
before they cloned Jim Carrey. Now clone Jim Carrey. Yeah, he's pro-vaccine, baby.
not 2.0 Jim. Dude, did you hear about Ozempic vagina?
Dude, I have a whole thing on Ozempic right now, bro.
I'll save it, but it's crazy. The side effects keep piling up here. It's
we will. I have a whole thing on Ozempic. Right. I'm gonna finish the AI thing just because it ties into what news was breaking this week. But
I do love that you're like, oh, you're not gonna believe this. These 80-year-old men in Congress are against new technology.
No, dude, Democrats this week have gone all out. Bernie Sanders, AOC, she had a viral moment with this brown water she claimed was from a reservoir near a new AI data center.
Was that when she was wearing the hijab?
No, that was
after.
Bro, that hijab thing was so funny because I had to look up what she was even doing, like what that thing was. And I guess this Eid celebration they do is a major thing in the Muslim world. So coming to a city near you, if you're in a progressive state, I guarantee it, because it's now
she
a
was
thing
giving
in New
a
York.
speech to Muslim men who weren't listening because she's a woman. They literally hate you.
Dude, what's so funny is you can actually, from the video, you can hear them out loud, very rudely talking over her as she's talking.
They're making fun of her, like, while she's speaking, and she's wearing a fucking scarf like it's a hijab. Look at that fucking. I love that. That's the best picture. On the top, it's two pictures. On the top, she's at a women's rights protest, holding aside "My Body, My Choice." Then on the bottom, she's wearing the hijab.
Yeah, man.
To Muslim men.
Yeah, this is AOC, "My Body, My Choice," and then, well, maybe not so much 5 years later. It's a little super mini clip here. And next we got AOC with the hijab talking to a group of Muslim men who are not listening.
Nobody's paying attention.
Oh, that is so sad, man. AOC.
Come on.
Holy cow. Coming to a country or a city near you, guaranteed, man. But AOC, in between the hijab and, you know, supporting my body, my choice, she was fighting against this brown water at the AI data centers. And apparently all the left, they're going in on this. Have you seen any of it? Because I've been seeing a lot of protests here in Colorado, like I said. Like they're hitting the streets. They're hitting the streets.
I did see Bernie talk about it, but I didn't see any protests real time.
Protests are going on. In the midst of all of this, the Democrats are claiming that this is going to be their pivot from Trump. You and I have been saying for a while now, who's your next Hitler for 2028, right? You need a new Hitler. Right. They are going to do a bunch of Hitlers. They're going after the Third Reich, apparently, which in their mind is the AI tech billionaires.
Okay.
That's going to be the Democrat focus, the new evil villain for the Democrats. And once again, the voice of logic and reason on the loony left, the stroke survivor himself, Senator John Fetterman. I can't believe it. I'm saying this again. It seems time and time again. It's Fetterman saying the right thing, breaking with the progressives, blasting the anti-AI and data center moratoriums that they're calling for. He's claiming that it's complete lunacy. It sounds like China first policy, and that we're basically handing technological advancement to our adversaries by denying our ability to advance this way. Again, the stroke victim speaking sense, man. It's crazy to me that that's what's happening here. I did a little bit of a dive, though, because I have to say I've been watching here locally what's going on with the data center stuff. And at all of these events, dude, Mike, the data protests, it's the same people at ICE protests, bro.
Oh, for
literally
sure.
The same people, man. It's insane when you
Everybody else
check it
has
out.
Jobs.
Everybody else has jobs, dude. Look at these people, dude. So I kind of did a little dive, and I thought, okay, well, there's something going on here, a clear overlap happening, right? And so there's some sort of funding stream that is linked or kind of connected between the anti-ICE protests, which we saw violent clashes this weekend in
New Jersey.
Totally insane what was going on there. So we have the anti-ICE protests and then these anti-data center protests. Same group of people. You have either black-clad masked Antifa violently doing crazy shit, or you have these suburban woke white women or random women and old boomers, right?
A lot of boomers.
So crazy stuff, and I think I got a nice visual here to go along with what's been going on there in New Jersey. Tonight, New Jersey. Absolutely crazy stuff. Let me see if I can get this going here. Technical issues for the crew, but we got it. We're in. This is the New Jersey ICE mayhem that's going on.
Tonight, New Jersey's governor is warning agitators to stay out of her state as protests outside a New Jersey immigration detention center escalate. Last night, police used tear gas to disperse crowds gathered to protest conditions.
Just look at that.
It's a war zone, dude.
To the people coming from out of state to create chaos.
All right, so the New Jersey mayor or governor is saying directly to people from out of state, the out of state agitators, the same shit we saw in Minnesota, same stuff we saw during the 2020 Summer of Love protests.
Chaos and dangerous situations. You should not be here.
This is the 8th day of demonstrations over conditions
8 days?
ICE-run facility.
8 days, man.
What the fuck?
Who are these people, dude? Unbelievable.
Did you go to work in between? Are you calling out using vacation days? How's that working?
Yeah, so I did a little digging. And so apparently there are 3 entities or groups, if you will, that are kind of mostly tied into this stuff. First and foremost, we have Open Society. Mike, you know Open Society.
No.
The Open Society Foundation is run and operated by George Soros.
Sounds about right.
That's right. So Open Society has given $7.61 million to the Indivisible Project. Now, the Indivisible Project is what is directly financing and organizing the anti-ICE protests. All right.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah. So, let's see here. They have local chapters throughout the country, and Open Society and Indivisible are the number one organization financing the ICE protests, especially the stuff we saw going on in Minnesota and all that stuff. Now, along with this, we have, as I was talking about, these anti-data center protests that are going on, especially here in Colorado. These protests are directly linked to Neville Roy Singham, US-born Shanghai resident who's funneled $285 million into a network of activist nonprofit organizations tied directly to these protests.
Of course.
Key groups: the People's Forum, which does the anti-ICE organizing, and then, couldn't believe this when I read it, Code Pink.
The Pussy Hats.
The Pussy Hats, bro. They're back, man. So the Pussy Hat people, they are behind the content online and all the organizing and financing for the anti-data center situations. And so one of the co-founders of Code Pink is Jody Evans, who is the wife of this Neville Roy Singham, this Shanghai guy, this dude in China who's pumping hundreds of millions of dollars into these anti-data center protests. And then third and not least, Europe, bro. The American Energy Institute documented 12 organizations out of Europe funneling more than $40 million from foreign donors, primarily from Switzerland, UK, and Denmark. And they are funding the environmental aspect to the detentions or the anti-data centers. So the overlap is the Indivisible group, which is the George Soros company. You got the dude in Shanghai, Singham, who's financing in the name of China the anti-data center and anti-ICE protests. And then you got the environmental groups out of Europe, the globalist New World Order, financing the anti-data centers. Why is China and Europe obsessed with us not building data centers for AI? We should all be asking this question, right?
And so the question we should be asking is, Senator, like Bernie Sanders, now is he just a moron who sees these, who sees these protests and is like, okay, I got to go against the data centers, or is he controlled by the CCP also?
Right. Exactly.
Either way, you should be a senator.
My whole point being is, as I watched all this stuff unfold over the past year, the ICE protests in Minnesota and now the current ICE protests, and then these data center protests, which are coming to a town near you. They're really huge right now in Utah and in Colorado, Florida, I think as well. You're seeing a lot of it. But you're seeing the same demographic of people, the white suburban woke moms, college educated suburban folk who are boomers and jobless and don't have anything going on. And then the Antifa dudes. I don't even know who Antifa is, to be totally honest. But all these people are getting money from three groups, two of them internationally, man. It's pretty unbelievable. And nothing about it seems organic. That's the one thing you and I have been saying since day one. Like, there is zero grassroots element behind any of these protests. And so ultimately, what happened in Minnesota with these organized protests, 2 people got killed.
That's so sad. Yeah.
And they tried to make martyrs out of them, and it was very unsuccessful. So what are we going to have out of this? Either from the data center protests or the ICE protests, financed and funded and organized by the same groups, someone's going to die. They're going to martyr that person. They need a Summer of Love 2 Electric Boogaloo so badly, especially because we have that election here for the midterms. So I don't know. I think it's all... We have all these outside groups, Soros, China, the European NWO, World Economic Forum. They're all pumping money into these groups who are just hitting the streets and disrupting traffic and fighting federal agents in front of these institutions, man. So we got something crazy coming down the pike. I'm telling you, dude.
I mean, yeah, it's bound to happen. I think, I don't know. How do you stop it?
You can't stop it. Nothing's going to stop
it.
They
do need to clear that encampment. That the videos coming out of New Jersey they were like setting up barricades, and the protesters were trying to decide who was let in and who was let out.
Absolutely.
I know you saw the video. This guy at work was showing me. Everybody laughed of the There's two Hispanic ICE agents leaving the dude, it's so funny. I was dying when I saw it. There's two Hispanic agents who are like, their shift's over, so they're just leaving to go home in regular clothes. And the crowd starts cheering. They're like, "Yeah, let him go, let him go!" And then the gate opens, and they're cheering. And even the officers are laughing at it. They're like, "They work here." You racist fucks.
So they thought they were previously held immigrants only because they were Mexican. Man, I wish I could find it. I had saved it, but I can't seem to pull it up. Yeah, it's very funny, man. Yeah, the liberals cheering.
But they were like setting up barricades. That was terrible. Did you see that video? Like they were all like they're bringing like boulders and bricks and stuff.
Yeah, so dude, I saw even today they have stations set up with water bottles and first aid kits and masks and goggles
where
for
are
today.
You getting all that
they're
money,
set up this morning.
Come on.
Random corners, man. And I'm sure just 2 blocks down from these safety kit boxes that are being dropped off, you got the conveniently placed pallet of bricks that no one's using for any kind of construction project, right? No, this all reeks of 2020. And it was a somber remembrance this week, Mike.
I'm going to take a picture of it. Because when they do brick drop-off, it's a flatbed truck filled with pallets of bricks. It's never, dude, 1 pallet of bricks. I don't even know what square footage that would be, but that's like not even that's like a wall. Not even like, you know what I mean?
No, it makes no sense why. Dude, it's straight out of Wayne's World where you have the guys walking with the sheet of glass back and forth for no particular reason, and the crate of chickens that just keep getting moved from one side of the street to the other. Like, we're just setting this up and then tearing it down and sending it right back up over here. You know, we got to be ready for the scene, man. Right?
We just move this 1 pallet of bricks from one spot to another. Yeah.
Well, I just think it's interesting that this is going on. They really do seem to be stoking some sort of fire to get their Summer of Love Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. They need a martyr to come out of this. The last 2 martyrs, not good. White guy, white lesbian chick. You know what they need for this one, bro.
Floyd.
They need a brown skin. They need a George Floyd,
Which, man. I can't believe.
How did we miss it, bro?
There we were last Sunday talking about the people who fought for this country and died. It was racist, dude. We're bigots. How could we forget that Memorial Day was not really Memorial Day? It was George Floyd's anniversary.
We are racist bigots, my man. Monday, little did we know, marked the 6th anniversary. My God, how time has flown by, man. I can't believe it's been since the Summer of Love. Unbelievable.
Which I could only assume means 6 years. He probably would have been on his way out of medical school right now.
I don't know. Yeah, dude, that's right.
Going into his residency.
I think this would have been the year he kicked off his gubernatorial run there in Minnesota, actually.
That's right. Passing that fake $20 bill. What would have come of George Floyd?
He was on the verge of that medical patent that was going to save people from cancer, I believe. That's so sad. What a tragedy. What a loss for humanity, man.
You know what I mean? I could have stopped Ebola.
So Monday was the 6th anniversary of George Floyd's death in Minneapolis. It was that fateful day that he died of a fentanyl overdose. And then, unfortunately, as a result, 6 police officers are in prison right now.
How dare you, Frank? He
literally died of a fentanyl overdose.
Frankie was brutally murdered by that racist officer who was never proven to be racist. There was no damage to anything near his neck during the autopsy's insane.
It's an insane autopsy. It spells it out very clearly.
There's no injuries, bruising. There's nothing going on in any of the airway, anything. And then you get to the toxicology, and it's like, enough fentanyl to kill a horse, meth.
Yeah, that's right. No, he died of fentanyl overdose. Nowhere does it say asphyxiation on any level, which is what Derek Chauvin is in jail for right now. He's there for the knee on the neck. And I don't even care about Derek Chauvin, to be totally honest. can we get some justice for Tao Tao? I mean, it's so insane that guy is in jail. Literally was just he was just doing his job, holding the crowd back, man.
After the fact, never touched George Floyd. He was just a cop who went to jail for 4 years for nothing. Oh, it's so insane, dude. We lost our mind as a country. It's no wonder
completely, bro.
No wonder we have the teen takeovers and CVS is leaving the cities, and
Absolutely, man. No, it's a very sad day, to be honest, to remember. Tao Tao, say his name. It's unbelievable he's in there. But also what gets lost in all of this all the time. First of all, this Monday, the celebration was commemorated at George Floyd Square, which is the intersection of East 38th and Chicago Avenue, where he died of his fentanyl overdose. Yeah, they have like a dedicated plot of land where I recall like 3 years ago there was a live shooting on TV when they were doing the ceremony.
Don't you remember the fact? It was like the 2-year anniversary or the 3-year anniversary, and it was like 30-something people had been shot in that corner during the protest.
Yes.
Remember they painted a picture of his face on a brick wall, and it got struck by lightning. The brick wall was struck by lightning.
Yeah, man. God was not happy with that one.
False idols.
Yeah, they have.
It's crazy that they like. I'm trying to think of like an equivalent for white people, but like, we call all of our guys pieces of shit. Charlie Sheen, piece of shit.
Yeah,
garbage.
I know. Yeah, totally.
Like there's no equivalent, huh?
Well, it's mind-blowing. People decided to clutch their pearls over the Tony Hinchcliffe joke from the Kevin Hart roast about George Floyd. I mean, really? Are you guys really rolling with this Saint George Floyd thing? Because it's just not passing the test for most people. For anyone who knows the actual history of what went on, though, and you're right on the money. I just found the autopsy of George Floyd. No life-threatening injuries identified. And one of the key elements was the toxicology report, which looks like he had enough fentanyl to kill any human being.
And look at that,
along with some meth.
He had cocaine.
Yeah, and he was high on some weed.
Fentanyl.
He was smoking a little weed and some Delta 9. So he was smoking shitty weed. It looks
from
like
the gas station weed.
Gas station
Get
weed.
the fuck
dude.
out of here.
Yeah, you're a hero, man. George Floyd, dude. Unbelievable. But what gets lost, in my opinion, about everything with George Floyd was he had just been released from jail when this happened for robbing a pregnant woman at gunpoint. He was in prison for 6 years, got released, took a counterfeit $20 bill and tried to buy some cigarettes. And that's why this all happened. He was high on fentanyl while he was doing it. And I can't reiterate enough. He's the only human being who had COVID in his system that did not die from COVID-19 in 2020.
I do love the comeback is always, yeah, he tried to sell that $20, but yeah, he just got out of prison but is that a death sentence, Frank? Is that a death sentence? Like, okay, all right. It's so funny. I love the comeback.
Yeah. No, it's so funny, man, that
listen, he was a piece of shit. Did he deserve to die? No. Did the cop kill him? No. So
no.
Let's just I just don't understand why we can't be honest about what happened there. It's crazy when people defend him. I don't know.
Well, and also, I mean, it's a cultural thing, and I think you and I just will never understand it because I've been watching a lot of these videos recently. I'm not sure what you know about these celebrations that are going on, but apparently this is how people celebrate their graduation now. Have you seen these wild get downs?
Yeah,
people,
that is. Yeah, you know my opinion.
Well, they've been breaking out into brawls. That's what's been kind of crazy. There's been a lot of brawling going on in these urban graduations, man. I find it really funny.
The funniest one I saw was a parents brawling, and it was like a 6th grade.
Oh, Mike just paused on me there. I'm not sure what happened. Oh man, did I lose him mid-sentence? Unbelievable. That's crazy. And no, that's not Mike there. We're gonna go here with him. Hey now, there he is. No, I can't hear him. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. How does that happen every time, man? It's got to be me. Maybe it's you, but I'm going to say it's probably me. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. We are fortunately at a good time for a break, though. I was going to do the Haymaker video. I know you saw this on Twitter. There was a video of these gals in a pizzeria that just went to town. In fact, I'll just put it on there while Mike figures out what's going on with his whole production situation here. But this is one of my favorite things to watch these days, which is urban folk, especially the women in these urban settings, just going absolutely berserker on each other. And it's women. Women are nuts. They've completely lost their minds, essentially, at this point in our society. And what I love about this video is the women go berserker. They start just tossing the haymakers left and right, ripping off the wigs, and the fellas standing back with the cameras out, just like enjoying the entertainment. You see maybe one guy try to attempt to stop the melee that's unfolding, but to no avail. These women they're out of control. And here we go. So you got these chicks, they're kind of poking at each other, a little jarring going on, couple pushes and shoves, and then all of a sudden, oh wow, they really start to go at it, and then the fisticuffs start getting thrown, and of course the wig comes off, and they immediately start pulling on the hair. The wig tear off. I like that as a like go-to move. That's a good move, honestly. Ripping off the wig. You basically have let's see here. Now I've got multiple mics. I got multiple screens. Everything's gone haywire. It's because I'm showing the melee of the century here in the pizza shop there. Let's get rid of this guy here. I'm going to hide you. I got Mike there. It's a pixelated mic. Not too shabby. Maybe a more handsome looking mic now. You can use your imagination with what you're viewing there. But we're at that breaking point, folks. This was a good time for us to maybe hit a bit of a technical snafu on some level. I don't know where Mike, he's there. He's kind of there. He's blinking. He's pixelated. He's feeling good. Maybe not feeling too good, but I think he's figuring it out. He's working it out. So we're going to, let's see here. I'm going to try and do that. Get him to refresh. Take a break. Bring him back there. He's gone forever, man. There it is. There we go. Hey, all right. There he is. Excellent. Very nice. He's sort of there. He's working out the technical glitches on that side, and he is the DJ Rodfather. But I do want to thank everyone for hanging out, enjoying the good times, great oldies for this first half. This is the fastest hour in the universe. There is absolutely no doubt about it. We got plenty more to get to. We're going to do, I think, let's see here. We did the Summer of Love stuff. Oh, I did have one more for it, but, we can ride on. Trying to get Mike back, but in the next hour, if we get Mike back, we got a little bit of a deep dive on the tick situation, potentially. I know we're gonna do a lot on the UFC fight that's coming up here. A lot of interesting takes on that one.
Can you hear me now?
And then also, there he is. All right, man. Yeah, very nice. Excellent stuff. And we're going to talk propaganda and censorship, man. They're now willing to admit to some of that stuff that's been going on for the several years. A lot to get to still. Barely even cracked the docket. DJ Rodfather, I imagine you got something phenomenal to jam for us here. What have you been listening to there in the XRT in the Chicagoland area, my man?
I don't know if this came on XRT. I think this came on 101.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. I love it, man.
Though, man. Great tune. Great.
Yes. All right, man. Excellent. Folks, we'll be back after this short intermission. We'll see you on the flip side. Hey, now. Yeah. All right, man.
She called me late last night to say she loved me so. Didn't matter anymore. I said Say she never cared and that she never will. Do it all again, I guess I'll have to wait until then. If I get some well, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more. If you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend, and I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer. Called me late last night, say she loved me so. But I guess she changed her mind. Well, I should have known it wouldn't be alright. But I can't live without her, so I won't even try. If I get some well, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more. If you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend, and I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer. Someday I'll think of what to say. Maybe next time I'll remember what to do. She looks like heaven. Maybe this is hell. She said she'd do it all again. She promised not to tell. If I get somewhere, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more. She says, it's okay, boy, 'cause you know we'll be good friends, and I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer. I think I'll have myself a whoa.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey now.
Yes. All right, man. Real big fish. Yeah. Huge fan, dude. I love the punk ska genre.
You know what? I realized while I was listening to it, it wasn't. It wasn't on XRT. Oh, it was on XRT, but it wasn't Real Big Fish. It was Take on Me. But the original.
Right.
And then that led me to Real Big Fish.
All right, man. Yeah.
And then I realized, dude, they covered like half the songs they covered.
A lot of covers. Ska was really big on the cover element of the
But
music.
also,
and that's why I like it.
Their versions are better.
Yes,
than a lot of
the original. Yeah,
songs.
no, that's why I dig it, man.
There
Yeah. All right, nice work. All right, man. Yeah. I'm like dancing around Mike Tyson behind me.
Dude.
Excellent. And you know what I love about also Real Big Fish, and I like Less Than Jake as well, and I've seen both bands within the last 5 years or so. I have no idea who those guys vote for.
Bro.
There's no video of them stopping and reading off a teleprompter their glorious revolutionary speech that they put together.
Did you see Vanilla Ice?
Yes,
Bro,
I did.
That guy
actually
gave the best ever video where he was just like, dude, it's music. I don't care. I don't get to choose my fans. They choose me. I'll play for Putin. I'll play for whoever. It's about the music. It's not about, you know what I mean? God, how did we end up in a world where Bruce Springsteen is the most annoying piece of shit and Vanilla Ice? it's like kids grow up to be like Vanilla Ice, dude. But you know, I don't know if you're looking, you got to find the video. One of the best comparisons in the world. I think this like, I just wish everybody could see these two grown ass men, both rich musicians, right?
Right. Yes.
Vanilla Ice is literally he's in like Florida. He's gotta be like Miami or something. He's walking. He's smiling the whole video. He's like looks so happy to he's just like, man, love life, dude. Love everybody. Who cares who you voted for? This is about the music. And then you cut to Rachel Maddow, looking Bruce Springsteen, who's serious, Ozempic face drooping, talking about Trump. I don't know. It's just crazy, man.
There's a viral video of Bruce right now from a fan's phone where they are showing him doing his speech he does, his anti-Trump, anti-ICE speech now in every show. He's got a teleprompter giving him the whole thing, and it's so lame. And then, so this week, I guess, all these artists dropped out of the America 250th birthday concert that was scheduled to go down, and so now Trump is canceling the concert and he's just going to do a Trump rally, which I think is a bad call. I think he should just who cares if they're no-name bands? Bring on any band that wants to come and play for the America 250. I'm totally down with that. And so Run DMC, all these artists that were on this ticket all backed out in the last like 24, 48 hours. And so in the midst of all of that, Vanilla Ice went on TMZ and they asked him his take on this whole thing, and he gave, I think, the greatest response. We need more Vanilla Ice in our life. You're right on the money, dude.
Every musician, every actor, listen to this. Be like Vanilla. I can't believe I'm saying it.
Be like Vanilla Ice, man.
Vanilla Ice.
And I think we should all start going this way. This is a great way to heal the division within our country. So here's Vanilla Ice's take on this America 250th birthday bash.
Party, and now it just feels super political.
Oh man, I'm not gonna get dragged into that. I'm here to party with America, man. Music is made to bring people together.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to do, man. We're just gonna represent the 90s. I don't take anything too serious. I don't think anybody else should.
I love this guy, dude. Dude, I'm going to a Vanilla Ice show this year, man. I'm putting it on the calendar.
Ice baby, dude. I'm not gonna...
Yes. You know what? Can't we get Kid Rock and Vanilla Ice to do the show?
Right. No, dude, come on, compare this to Bruce Springsteen. We in America have a fascist dictator who works with his Gestapo known as ICE. Like, dude, come on.
Oh, man. Vanilla Ice is the man.
I think that we should just dance. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and you got to get out and pursue it
right there.
with
the best
dance.
Part is,
it's all about...
I would love to put them side by side and their speeches of America and then ask everybody, okay, which one do you think is the billionaire? And which one do you think, which one do you think, lives a good life but lost all his money?
I played at a roulette table, I believe, if I remember correctly, in Vegas with Vanilla Ice and his posse. Like 15 years ago, man. He was the coolest dude ever. He doesn't act like a celebrity. He's just hanging out in Vegas having a good time,
hilarious. Man, he's a good guy. I don't know. Be like Vanilla. That's crazy. We're in a crazy world.
Dude, when we were younger, everyone made fun of guys like Kid Rock and Vanilla Ice. And now they're like the coolest dudes out there right now. They're like, just from the perspective of stop making politics your entire existence and the entirety of your identity.
Don't take it too serious.
Bruce Springsteen, man, just play me Born to Run and shut the fuck up, dude. It's unbelievable, man.
It's us making it this far and then kind of bringing people together. And that's what this is about. I don't think that it should be about any political thing or anything like that. I don't even vote, so I don't even care. And if Biden called up, and he said, my daughter's getting married, we need Vanilla Ice, I'd go play. It's not a big thing. You play for your fans. We don't get a chance to pick our fans. They pick us. And I'll go play for Putin, and I'll play in Iran if you want. It don't matter. There's fans everywhere. Music is not political, man. It's universal. Just brings people together.
Over the years, we've...
Who seems happier?
Yes, dude. Yeah, great call, dude.
Him than Bruce Springsteen,
Statistically, this is actually a
that was crazy.
measured phenomenon. Republicans or conservative people are more happy or content with life
Dude,
than
the
liberals.
most miserable people on earth are young liberal women. They
Yes.
said 60% have been diagnosed with some condition.
I really loved this. This is a very unifying message. We need more unification. We got to come back together, people.
Yes.
We have so much more in common than our petty political differences, which are very superficial and created by the one world government in order to divide us. You know, we're not actually divided by race or sex, gender, or ethnicity or any of that crap. What really divides us is it's all of us poor people, which is all of us against those slim percentages at the top
if
who
you,
control all
if you
of
think
us.
that
man.
guy's rich because he makes $100,000 a year, no, he's
right.
He's poor too.
Well, dude, California is screwed. They're gonna pass this wealth tax where they're gonna tax billionaires, and then when the billionaires leave, they're gonna start taxing the millionaires, and then when the millionaires leave, whoever's next is next for that tax. That's what I don't think people understand.
Yes, it's how it always goes.
I felt this was a great unifying message from Vanilla Ice. Shut Up and Dance, one of my favorite Aerosmith songs. You know, just enjoy life, put your political differences aside, and also along with that unifying message, I thought it was a unifying moment this week in Hollywood, of all places. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but Jimmy Kimmel was a part of it.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla got his star on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. Congratulations to Adam Carolla. Very funny stuff. But my favorite part about it was his guest speakers to honor him at this event were Dr. Drew and Jimmy Kimmel, his lifelong companions and partners in business and in entertainment. And did you happen to watch either of their speeches that they gave?
No.
It was actually fantastic. Jimmy Kimmel got choked up and almost started crying, actually, when he talked about how proud he was of Adam Carolla and how his speech was great. He talked about how he met Adam Carolla when he was a nobody. He was working in construction and he was doing the thing at the gym. And he said Adam Carolla is a true inspiration to all people. He literally rose from nothing, worked hard, and became a millionaire. That's an inspirational American story. And he got choked up and was emotional. And you can tell that they're still very close friends. And yet, if you just paid attention to politics and legacy media, are there greater opposites than Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla, right? So it was pretty cool. All I could think was, you know, it would be really great for our country. I really do believe this. Jimmy Kimmel should have Adam Carolla as a guest on his show.
Yeah, or bring back the Man Show.
Let's start simple and small. Bring on Adam Carolla as a guest. And Adam, I personally, as a listener of his show, would love to hear an hour-long interview with Jimmy Kimmel. Bring him on. I'd love to hear you guys talk about world events. You know, I'd like to see how you guys dance around the politics and still maintain your friendship. I have my fishing trip with my buddies this week. We're going out on Thursday. And I look so much forward to the drunken conversations we're going to have over cigars and weed late night while we're barbecuing and hanging out and just kind of dancing around the whole element of we're friends. We've known each other for a long time. In no way are we going to allow this bullshit of the modern era disrupt that unity and get us to separate and divide. And so, I don't know. I think that we need a little more optimism right now. And again, I think we're all on the same side. You know, we shouldn't let the politics divide us as much as it does. You know, be more like Jimmy and Adam Carolla. Put the politics aside and celebrate each other and share in love, right?
Yeah. Be good to see them together on a show. They should do a show together.
I'd love to see a show or a Man Show reunion.
They should do another Man Show, except it's old ladies jumping on the trampoline.
Yes. Oh, the saggy titties.
Like
yeah,
really
man. All right. They should do a Man Show special. Bring back Doug Heinhope. What's that guy's name? Stanhope. Doug Stanhope and Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah,
the four men, man. Yeah, bring them together. Do like an hour-long Netflix special. It'd be a huge hit, man.
I forgot they tried to do Doug Stanhope and Joe Rogan.
Yeah, right. That was a awful, dude. That was terrible. No, the Man Show was Jimmy and Adam. There's no other variation. And the guy, the Ziggy, oi, 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 the beer chug guy. Remember that? The piano player, he could do 2 beers in like 4 seconds. It was amazing. Old school. Old reference.
I remember the guy drinking.
Well, Mike, we're wasting time. We're rolling along. There's a lot going on out there. Speaking of entertainment and Joe Rogan, actually, the White House gearing up for their 250th American anniversary, and they got the octagon that they're building on the front lawn. Did you see this?
You know what I was thinking is how pissed are the Democrats that they stole the 2020 election? Because if Trump would have just won 2020, he wouldn't have gotten any of this. Now he's the 250. You know what I mean? He gets to celebrate.
Yes,
it's crazy.
No, it weirdly worked in his favor because he also gets the Olympics. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, does he? I don't know. It's
yeah, dude.
Everything's working out.
We have
in
the
his
World
favor, right?
Well, we also have the World Cup.
Yeah.
Happening in the U.S. and then we have the Olympics, I think, in L.A. next year or something like that. So like he literally gets all the pomp and arrogance and everything, and then on top of it all, he's like, we're gonna do the East Wing reconstruction, and then we're gonna do an Arc de Triomphe there over by the lake.
I mean,
right?
You gave him 4 years to plan, and then he gets like all these like spectacular events.
And also, you guys are up in arms over all these real estate reconstruction projects. He's a real estate mogul, man. It's like what the guy does. He builds stuff, dude. So he's like, yeah, let's add a wing to this building and put up a building over there. And like, that's what he does, man.
The people are starting to talk about how he cleaned up DC.
I've been seeing a lot of videos how people can openly just take the trains.
It looks
here
nice.
in Denver. Denver's now number 2 in violence as an urban city.
All right.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, hey, vote blue no matter who, people. Come on, man.
Love it.
Openly, people are discussing how you can't even take the RTD, which is our train system, bus system that we have here. It's overrun by homeless drug addicts who are openly using on these systems. And if you interrupt their open use session, they get violent with you and beat the crap out of you. Yes, I'm talking about 13-year-old girls, okay? But for most of us guys who are 3/4 and drive a Subaru, that's a scary person to encounter, man.
They're so strong.
I can't protect my wife with this behemoth in front of me.
That's so sad.
So the 250th is going on. We're celebrating America's birthday, and to do it, we got the Octagon. We're doing a UFC fight on the White House lawn, dude. So they're building this. Hilariously this week, Hillary Clinton tweeted out something about how shameful it is that Trump is disgracing the White House with the East Wing construction and demolition, and then this octagon being built.
Not like
amazing.
Just get blowjobs in the Oval Office. What happened to the good old days? A little bit of class.
Back in our days, we used to just stick cigars in women's pussy and smoke that cigar, man. That's how we used to do it. It was a Cuban straight from Castro.
Like, to get off your high horse there, Hillary. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, man, super funny, but not to be outdone. We got this octagon being constructed, and so I thought, this is pretty interesting. I need a nuanced take about this octagon, and I need to maybe go outside of my comfort zone and reach into a place where they'll give me a perspective I'm not used to having. And so I felt like the best place for us to go would be MS Now, which we forget exists nowadays, right?
What is I forgot. On the right.
And so Al Sharpton slowly disappearing into the black hole from Interstellar.
Al
Sharpton,
so nice of you to bring your head. Next time we would like the body also. That would be great.
I told you we're going to deep dive some Ozempic in a little bit. I thought we'd start fluff it a little with some Al Sharpton here.
Al Sharpton's head on a coat hanger. What is going on? Look at that suit trying to hold on. We need to bring back shoulder pads.
Yeah, dude.
This is. Oof.
No, the Ozempic thing is out of control right now. We're in a bad territory with the Ozempic. But in the meantime, when it comes to the UFC Octagon fight, Al Sharpton's going to enlighten us on what this all symbolically truly means. Guys, bigots like you and I, Mike, can't comprehend this kind of perspective here. And let's see here. That is almost so quiet I can't even hear it. I don't know about you.
Your volume was on Ozempic.
When we're dealing with this redistricting, Trump and others are trying to bring us back to an America that we struggle to get out of. So there is a connection of why they're having these fights on the White House lawn, the UFO and all the UFO, whatever they call it, UFC, and all that, because they're trying to go.
Just like we need age and term limits in Congress, let's get some of those term and age limits maybe on the legacy media news channels, dude.
Back to that when, they'd watch people have these fights for the slave masters and they'd be...
Okay.
I didn't have Mandingo on my bingo card this year, but here we are. We're rocking Mandingos, man. All right.
Frank, don't you remember when those slave owners used to pay those guys from Africa millions of dollars to fight? It's exactly like that. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people?
Sometimes you drink too much of that woke Kool-Aid, dude. You're not even making sense, man. No. But according to MS Now, we're going back to the slave days when we were forcing the Mandingos to beat the shit out of each other for our entertainment.
People have these fights for the slave masters and they'd be entertained by that. They're literally going back to that. Let's not forget.
Literally.
Look at these ICE raids playing out on America's
Let's
streets.
not forget one of the things that I think slips a lot of people. When Donald Trump first was elected in 2016, Mika, in 2017, when he went to Oval Office, one of the first things he did was hang a picture of President Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson was the slave-owning president who nominated Judge Roger Taney to
the first 15 presidents owned slaves, dude.
He did nothing else, Frank. Andrew Jackson did nothing but own slaves. It's so crazy.
Well, it's all he's known for, right? That's why Trump put the picture up there.
Did nothing good.
Supreme.
He just owns slaves. That's what he's famous for, man. That's why we put him on the $50 bill, $20 bill. Which one was it?
Court. Taney became the Chief Justice that saw the Dred Scott decision pass. Why didn't anybody ask Trump, Andrew Jackson? I don't even remember reading about
Hold
it.
on, stop right there.
School.
Dude, that is the most insane. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, this is one of the craziest clips of all time, dude. Yes, man.
You put a picture up of a guy who elected a judge who would then go on to oppose Dred Scott.
That's right.
Racist. You really racist.
And now you're having your slave fights on the front lawn of the White House.
We've gone back to Jim Crow days.
You remember back in the slave days, they used to pay the Mandingos millions of dollars to do these fights? You remember that, right,
and the
Mike?
Mandingo would roll up in a limousine.
But here's what's so funny is nobody's thinking about this. But MSNBC is like, you're bringing back slave fights. It's
so
like nobody was talking about.
I just want to be in their
dude.
writing room when they're like, all right, we need to connect this to slavery. I just want to be like, no way, you're doing this. This should be on the poly market. How are they going to connect?
Yes. Well, in this scenario, it's Charlie Day from Always Sunny in that room with all the strings attached with everything in the mailroom, and he's figuring out the conspiracy. Like, that's how they're coming up with this, man. It's the only sensible way.
So funny. This is insane.
That's the kind of country he wants us to go back to, Andrew Jackson, and we must resist that with all we have.
Resist it. Resist it, Al. We get 1,000 Al Sharptons, we could block one road. Yeah.
Oh man, so funny, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. So absurd, man. It's absolutely just over the top. So yeah,
remember Joe Biden had dudes with fake tits and chicks with their tits cut off, topless.
Yeah.
That was classy, but we're against the UFC. I'm not
That's
even
right,
a big
Mike, we're
UFC fan. I really don't ever watch it. But I think this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, do it.
I have I've watched a few fights. I get down with it from time to time. I'm not a huge follower. I couldn't tell you who's better than the other guy. I think it's fun to have some beers at the bar and you got the UFC on. You know, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of great technique involved in UFC fighting. I mean, you're pulling on a lot of different fighting techniques that, you know, you have to be a master at in order to counter this other guy who's a master at maybe several other techniques and fighting styles. And so that's pretty cool versus boxing where boxing's very technical within the, you know, world of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the UFC, man, you got guys who are scrappy fighters who are better when they're on their back fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a kind of a cool thing, but ultimately, what did we do? We did what Adam Carolla predicted, which is safe spaces and octagons. And we overwhelmingly, as a country, we voted too big to rig for octagons over the safe spaces.
Don't be pussies.
Joe Biden was the safe space presidency, and what did that give us? Tranny dudes flashing their tits on the front lawn on Easter and gay guys banging in the Senate chambers, right? That's what we got out of it. And so here now with Trump, the opposite, the pendulum swing, what do we have? We're rocking the octagon. We're literally doing a UFC fight on the front lawn.
And for those that don't understand, I'm going to repeat this. I've never said he's all good. I don't agree. I'm taking the gold overload with the UFC ring on the front lawn, right? Like one is terrible. What I'm for.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely, man. But hilariously enough, what cracked me up most about our guy there, I'm Al Sharpton, is the Ozempic is out of control right now, dude. Seriously, we have a serious problem with it. And I've noticed that it's getting almost too popular now to the point where nobody's hiding that they're doing the Ozempic or whatever. They're now kind of feeling guilty about the cosmetic surgeries that they're doing as a result of the Ozempic. And Rosie O'Donnell back in the news, man. Come on, our favorite. Got a facelift after losing 50 pounds on Mounjaro. And there's this great article out there.
So ugly.
What I love about this is you got the facelift, but you didn't fix your scowl. You're scowling all the time. You have a permanent scowl. You're paying the money. Turn it into a smile, man.
Frank,
come
how could
on.
she smile while there's a dictator in the White House? She had to move. And then come back, but she had to move.
Right, yeah, exactly. But I think she's still moved. I'm not sure where she's... Is she back now? She might be
popping
back.
Up and every, I mean, she's got to be here every weekend, you know?
Rosie O'Donnell lost 50 pounds from Mounjaro and then described an existential feminist crisis over a decision to proceed with a significant plastic surgery to do a facelift. She saw significant facial changes from the rapid weight loss, coined Ozempic face. We've talked about the O face, very common now. And so she's out there promoting. This article's unbelievable. Plastic surgeons on the East and West Coast are reporting like a 15,000% increase in plastic surgeries, and they're saying it's directly related to the skin excess that is a result of the rapid weight loss from the GLP-1s. They caution people to wait till they stabilize their weight loss to get the facelift, because some people are getting the facelift too early and then melting away further. Which is unbelievable. We've been following the Ozempic thing for some time now. I'm quite obsessed with it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The devastating muscle and bone loss. Dude, they're saying if you lose weight normally, you'd lose about 1/3 to 2/3 lean mass to fat.
Yeah, that's.
But
I think that's not
good. But with
good.
Ozempic, it's the opposite. You're losing 2/3 to 1/3. So you're losing more lean mass than fat.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're saying there's significant muscle bone density loss due to the calorie restriction, reduced nutrient intake, and hormonal shifts from the drugs. I've been talking about it for a while now, which is you're just starving yourself. You're getting no nutrients. It's not healthy to do this. People who monitor their weight and watch what they eat, they're still eating, believe it or not. That like you're just watching what you eat instead of eating a giant sub sandwich hoagie for lunch with the fries and the Diet Coke. You have a couple hard-boiled eggs and some fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not very appealing. It doesn't sound that delicious, but you know what? It gives you the nutrients you need to power through the day, and you're not a fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's literally what comes
just
with it,
eating
man.
at home. You know what I mean? And eating at home is not opening packages. Right. You know what I mean? Eating at home is like getting whole foods and putting them together to make a meal.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. No, I think I've been saying it for a long time, which is the problem people are running into is, you know, when it comes to weight loss, it's a lifelong decision. You're going to make a lifestyle choice to change the way you live, and you're going to abide by that for a long time, but it's lifetime. It's a lifestyle choice. The same is true with Ozempic. What people aren't understanding is that you can't stop taking the Ozempic. Ozempic and Wegovy, the GLP-1 drugs, are lifelong treatments. They literally sell it as a lifelong therapy to treat chronic obesity. So the idea behind these drugs is you have a chronic lifelong illness that you cannot fix without this drug. So if you want to fix your obesity, you have to take this drug for the rest of your life.
Forever.
Forever.
It's great. Forever. Oh, you got deeper.
Yeah, I took it to the next level there. So what people aren't realizing is that once you stop the drugs, the GLP-1s, you gain back the weight even more within a year.
No, it's even worse. You're losing all the lean mass, like your muscle mass and your bone density. Then you get off the drug. You immediately gain fat.
Yes.
You're still not gaining that. You're not going to gain that bone density and that lean muscle that easy.
Absolutely, dude.
It's so terrible. It's so terrible.
Each week, I feel like I've been bringing on new side effects that just kind of slip through the cracks from time to time here. So right now, the newest one is this weird side effect called patulous eustachian tube dysfunction. So there's this eustachian tube in your ear, right? That is the GLP-1s are causing this disorder where the tube stays abnormally open, and the patients are all reporting what they're calling Darth Vader syndrome, essentially, where everything is like this in your head.
No.
Luke, you will grow up to have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, like that. Yeah. So that's what's going on with these people.
Dude, this drug is making you learn about organs you didn't know existed. Stop taking it.
No, here's what's what's crazy about this is it's doing the job it's designed to do, which is basically melt the fat from your body. This issue is being caused by rapid fat loss around the tubes in your ear.
Whoa.
You're losing fat. Yeah, dude. Yes, man. So these tubes, these eustachian tubes, have fat insulating around the tube, and that fat is dissolving from the Mounjaro and GLP-1s, causing this ear tube to be permanently opened. So you have this Darth Vader thing going on in your head. Dude.
That is
so
crazy.
people are hearing their own voice, they're hearing their heartbeat and they're breathing, and apparently it's very disruptive. Like, people are having to call out of work and like not able to perform their everyday like life duties because of this stuff, dude. Not worth it to lose 50 pounds. You can lose 50 pounds, Rosie O'Donnell, without having the deafness or the potential blindness or the stomach paralysis or
seriously,
needing the facelift. You could lose weight naturally and not need a facelift.
And people would probably like you better. All you got to do is just, you're about to go on X, put down the phone, go run on a treadmill. Every time you're about to tweet, just go run on a treadmill. You'll be fine. Did you hear about
Yes.
the Ozempic vagina? So
give me the look. I thought we talked about Ozempic
we talked
vagina.
about
Am I
Ozempic
not?
dick.
Oh,
where
dick. Yeah,
it
that's
actually
right.
kind of makes it look a little bigger because you lose that fat in the pelvic area.
That's right. I thought I
Right?
did find something on Ozempic vagina. Well, I think people need plastic surgery on their vagina
because
now,
they're
if I
saying that
recall.
they lose the fat in that area. It like melts away the stuff like a lot of them are saying it's like a sock. like you just have like a lot of like skin hanging.
Oh, that is rough, man. Yeah. Ozempic vagina. Wow, good visual. You get a saggy labia, looks like.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Vaginal dryness
Yeah,
as
very
well.
dry.
Holy
Laxicity.
cow.
Vaginal laxicity. That means you got a loose pussy.
Right. That's when you get the meat flaps going on
it's
there. Okay.
terrible,
All
man.
right. Yeah. That's
Just don't take it,
So-
people.
I just need to stress that there is not one positive side effect from using these drugs that I have encountered in our 2 years of covering this topic now. Not one. And I'm including the rapid weight loss. There's nothing positive about the
Yeah,
way people
no.
look melting away. Somebody save Ryan Seacrest,
know,
please, before he
yeah.
disappears into his own black hole.
Well, I think we're about 5 pounds away from just merging him with Al Sharpton. There's
Yeah, that's
you guys are like you're about to just together be one person, you know?
It's a one-way street with the Ozempic. They keep pushing it on people and saying it's this miracle drug and everyone should take it to lose weight. Even if you want to lose 20 pounds, go for it. Why not? But just keep in mind, it's a lifelong dedication. You're going to have to take this drug for the rest of your life and you're going to have major side effects. But don't worry, we have all these drugs and surgeries that you could pay for that will make you look halfway normal and not like an alien. So that's where we're at with this.
So crazy.
Amazing stuff, man. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I just can't believe people are still taking it. You know, I mean, the deafness, the blindness, the paralysis of the
And
intestines.
it's brought to you by the same people that fed you the poison that made you fat. They would just like
Yes.
fattened you up with corn syrup and garbage.
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's craziness, right? The same people who told you to take the vaccine. Safe and effective.
But
Never forget,
but
right?
Fuck Trump, right? Fuck Trump. That's all we go. That's all you hear.
It's funny how we do allow ourselves to succumb to these phony experts, especially on TV, and how quickly people just forget, like even over the course of 5 years here, where a guy who lied to me once years ago, I'll just trust him again and, take his word for it. I saw this clip going around out there of one of the worst liars during this COVID pandemic, and then even now almost trying to cover his tracks. I think you saw this too,
it's
Sanjay Gupta.
crazy. Yeah, this is crazy.
This is ridiculous, man. This is just to give people an idea of what it's like to trust the experts. Eventually, the experts kind of almost backtrack on their own expertise, if you will. And so Gupta pissed me off during the pandemic because he went on there on Rogan and pretended to be hip to trying out alternative ideas and thoughts. And
Well,
then immediately
on Rogan, he was like admitted he like got pretty much pushed into a corner by Joe and was like, "All right, I admit it's not for horses." And
Yes,
then 2 days
exactly.
later was on CNN calling it horse paste.
Yeah, for sure. He's a liar. And if you need any further proof, here's Sanjay lying in 2 segments 5 years apart. Pretty spectacular stuff.
What I think was unfortunate, frankly, and this was a communications problem, was that they seemed to also intimate that it would protect you from getting COVID at all, from carrying it. And there was not great evidence behind that. And, we reported as such that you don't have great evidence that shows that. When you have a vaccine that's protecting it against illness, it's usually protecting in your lower respiratory, in your lungs. So you're not getting that really, really sort of a deep illness. But you might still have it in your mucosa, in your mouth.
Like,
in your
where
nose,
was
in
this
your upper
doctor
airway.
during COVID?
So
you were never
potentially-
saying mucosa
Seriously.
and lower respiratory. You know what I mean? Back then it was, well, if one mask works, 2 sounds better. Like, we used to joke about how you guys are like, you know what I mean? You sound like me and my buddies on the work site. Now you're Dr.
Absolutely.
Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah, exactly, man. Oh, you know what? And this is not the best view to get the whole idea there. So there we go. There we go. We got it. We got it. Yeah.
Still be carrying it and still potentially spread it. That was I think, a communications error. And I think, frankly, Governor, I think it led to a lot of distrust overall of these mRNA vaccines.
Because you freaking lied to everybody through your teeth. I love how this guy, and then we played the clip of Robert, or it was Redfield, Dr. Redfield out there, who just casually decided to say, you know what, we maybe made a mistake by calling it a vaccine. We should not have called it, because it's technically not a vaccine. Yeah. Maybe it's really a gene therapy.
Maybe say that before you change the definition in the dictionary.
That's right. Fucking yeah, you changed the definition in the dictionary, then you mandated it and forced people to either leave the military or take it, or keep their job and take it, or be unemployed. So yeah, we remember.
You said I couldn't get COVID if I got this. Well, I got COVID and I spread it. So what is this? Is this a vaccine or is it not a vaccine?
It's not a vaccine. You changed the definition of vaccine to be able to call your gene therapy a vaccine. It's very simple, Sanjay.
That was a problem.
What I would say is that
and now that was Sanjay 2025, right?
Yeah.
Now let's
to be fair, Frank,
into...
this is a younger Sanjay. The first clip, he's matured, he's learned, he's 54 years old, right? So
right.
First clip, he's 49. Right. I mean, this guy, I don't even know how old.
Great call. It's just a kid. Just a kid. Look, you got Sanjay in the tie. He was still fresh faced, like trying to impress, right? Looking professional.
Yeah.
We got older Sanjay in the top clip there. He's loose, no tie. He's got the collar opened up.
So the first clip, he's 56. But now this clip, you got to give him a little credit. He's a young 51-year-old Sanjay. You know what I mean?
No different than that kid Hunter, who was gallivanting in Ukraine, banging underage hookers, smoking crack,
51's
right?
51's the new 21, Frank. You're still fresh into this world. You're still coming into your own, really forming your own opinions.
Science, I think, has been clear for some time on not only how well these vaccines work, as you alluded to, but also how well they protect you, how well they work in terms of preventing you from getting sick, but also how well they work in terms of preventing you from becoming infected. And most importantly, and most recently, how well they work in terms of making it unlikely you would pass the infection on to someone else. You remember, Jake, you say, well, I'm vaccinated. Why do I continue to wear a mask? Why do I need that? Well, the idea was that maybe you could be an unwitting carrier, a silent carrier of the virus still. I think the data...
I love this clip because the first part, Sanjay's like, it's crazy. I don't even know where people got this idea that this vaccine would be 100% safe and effective, and all this. I don't even know how people got that idea. It was a miscommunication error on our part, really. And then he's out there, literally, and we've seen the super clips of everyone on Legacy News saying 100% safe and effective, and then it slowly whittles down to it'll stop you from dying in the hospital. Okay, that's what we're.
But even right and here, I like 2025, Gupta, you're not understanding, because 2021, Gupta, it didn't make any sense. You sounded like a moron. Here he's saying the vaccine is 100%. Is pretty much saying you won't get infected. It's fine. But then he's saying, oh, but you got to wear the mask because you could be a carrier.
Right,
so the virus is going to enter my lungs. I'm not going to get infected, but what, I could walk into a room with an old person and then blow out that virus?
That's right, man. Yeah. I know, it's so ridiculous, dude. Stupid or liar? Sanjay Gupta decided to be the stupid liar. That's what he went down for. He did the combo. Stupid.
And how
liar.
many medical terms have you heard in 2021, Gupta? 0 medical terms. 2025,
right,
Gupta.
Yes.
Musoka, whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah, great
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, great call, dude.
Just got off the phone with Dr. Walensky, I'll tell you as well. I called her because I still had some questions after these.
Even the shy round, you could shake hands, give each other a hug. Like, fuck these guys. This time just boils my blood, man.
I do love the whole
but
time
one of the
he's
big things
talking,
was the data that
there's like a little thing, like up ahead, Dr. Fauci. And they have the picture of him staring off.
Oh, yeah. Regal.
God,
and
what a time,
First
dude.
interview. First interview since mask announcement. Oh, man.
What a time. Never
what
forget.
A time indeed. Oh man, the Great Reset, people.
It came out over the past couple of weeks, really showing that even if you've been vaccinated, and even if you tested positive for the virus after you've been vaccinated, which does happen, rarely, but does happen.
Rarely.
The data is now increasingly clear that you'd be very,
Frank,
very unlikely to then transmit.
Gupta doesn't know where people got this idea. That it was rare to get infected after vaccination.
Missed communication. You made it clear, right? They missed an opportunity to communicate a little more clearly about the truth of these vaccines.
Don't know where they got these ideas. It's crazy.
Evil liars, man.
The virus to somebody else. You're basically seeing two communities emerge: the vaccinated community and the unvaccinated community.
You, man.
As a vaccinated person, you were wearing a mask because
You're right. We did see two communities emerge from this. The community who got vaccinated got turbo cancer, myocarditis, and strokes, and the community that didn't, the 20%, got none of those issues
to work.
after the.
Exactly.
until recently, over the last month, the concern was you could still be an unwitting spreader of the virus. That seems very, very unlikely now.
Remember all those super spreader events, except for the Summer of Love BLM riots. Those were not super spreader events.
Barbecue on the weekend. Just got super spreader events. You're so stupid.
Based on pretty recent data. But so you're not doing a disservice to your community.
This dude
by
was
no
telling me,
and
it's crazy because like I know how it affected single white men in their 30s, because that's what I was, right? But you don't think about everybody else. This dude was telling me how like, because remember they were telling people like, okay, you should get like a circle of like maybe 2 families.
Yes,
and then your kids could hang out just in that inner circle, right? And
right.
This dude was telling me how like, that's great, but like his family was kind of like cut out from this like group of 4, and he's like, and then after COVID, they were like, the kids don't know any better, so he's talking about how like now it's still like 4 years later, and he's got to go to this barbecue, and like everybody's cool, but in the back of his head, he's like, you all threw me off the life raft.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, during
Absolutely.
COVID, you guys kicked my family out of your little inner circle because it was too many, Like, I don't know. Think about that. Like, the psychiatrist, like, I don't know. Now you just have to live with these people.
I have to live with my own family who told me not to visit for Christmas because I was a plague rat and I was going to make everyone sick with COVID because I didn't take the COVID vaccine.
Yes. So you already know if there's a zombie apocalypse and you run and you finally make it to mom and dad's house, there's a slight chance that you might have gotten bit. They're not letting you in. They're not.
They won't even entertain the option that I didn't get bit. I will automatically be assumed to be a zombie.
They're not letting you in, man. They're feeding you to the wolves.
In fact, in that scenario, I knock on the door. Dad's blasting my head open with a shotgun. Even before I speak, it's a zombie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. You already know you're the first one out. You know what I mean? You're the
Absolutely.
sacrifice.
No, the rest of us had to go on with life after COVID and the mandates with this idea hanging in our mind. I am surrounded by 80% of these people who will throw me into the fire or off the cliff or
the thing is,
burn me at the stake.
The thing is, it's like, not even if it's really life-threatening. Just the mere thought of an emergency, and you guys will throw me to the wolves.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple things were proven during COVID. One, I'm one of 20% of people who won't follow the rest off the cliff, I guess. I'm the one who won't jump off the bridge. Okay, that's a nice little thing to know about myself, right? But also, I learned something about everybody else, the other 80%, which is they will throw you off the bridge if you don't jump. They will go to those lengths. That's what they want. If you don't jump with them, yes, they will throw you.
Yes.
So that's the reality. And now we went back to our new normal or whatever with this hanging Chad in our lives. This idea of, wow, whatever comes next, you're going to throw me to the wolves. Guaranteed.
Yeah, 100%. Why wouldn't you? Why is it going to be any different?
At least now we have the defense mechanism ready.
There was no threat. That's the thing, is that it wasn't even a threat. You were just afraid.
Dude, great call. You guys freaked out when there was no proof of anything going on. The flu disappeared and magically COVID arrived, right? So, okay, you guys lost your minds over that. What are you going to do and how are you going to react when we see actual bodies piling up on the streets?
I love it. I love it because
That's
whenever we
scary.
say that COVID didn't really kill anybody, our mom is always like, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Michael!
The one uncle.
Listen to this statement. I'm 38 years old. My mom's uncle. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, no, who's the one guy who died of
Herman
COVID?
Cain.
Herman Cain, that's right.
Poor guy. He was like the most famous guy to die of COVID. No.
It's only funny because if only one kid had died of COVID, you would never have heard the end of that kid's name. We'd still be talking about that one kid, but no kids died of COVID. Not
it's so
one.
funny because you'll be like in a group of guys who like only one guy other than you is like a considered conspiracy theorist, and you're arguing. You're like, all right, name one famous person that died from COVID, and they're all racking their brains, and then you have to say Herman Cain, and then they all laugh, yeah, Herman Cain, yeah. And then all you have to do is say, now name somebody that died from the vaccine. Sit back and let the other conspiracy theorist roll the list. That's what I'm trying to say, man. It's crazy.
One-way street with that, man. So funny. The bottom line with Sanjay Gupta is he's a paid shill for Big
100%.
Pharma. He's an actor and he's a government
100%.
propagandist. And that's why he's a liar, because he has to toe the company line, whatever the messaging is, and he shall at some point inevitably contradict his own previous beliefs. So that's what he gets paid to do. He has no morality whatsoever. He's a paid liar.
100%.
That's what he
But
is.
hey, man, speaking of one-way roads, before I get cut off again, January 6th, dude.
Unbelievable,
How
man.
close
Yes.
are we to that just becoming a call to protest? I haven't heard anybody call it an insurrection in a long time. They're now calling it a riot, and they're referring to the J6 rioters. It used to be insurrectionists.
Great call. I think a more appropriate title for what happened would be the Jan 6th Fedsurrection, I think is what people should call it. It's the Fedsurrection I've been seeing float around there, which it's a one-way street, man. Each month that ticks by, it's like, did we say 25 feds? We meant 250 feds, actually.
It started with 0.
Yes, yeah. Trump tweeted out or truthed out a very interesting video. It's from a deposition that was going on over the Jan 6th Fedsurrection and kind of some of the questionable actors that were involved in the moment. And in this deposition, did you see this floating around, by the way? Okay, it's a bit grainy sound-wise, but I think it's actually pretty powerful. It's a quick one. And this is from, again, a deposition from a whistleblower claiming that there were federal FBI agents not only infused in the crowd outside the Capitol, but they had registered federal agents on camera inside the Capitol before the protests began.
Wow.
And when they did their review of Jan 6th and the footage of it, remember when they did the 18-week, 2-season Jan 6th committee starring Kissinger and all this stuff, they were unable and unallowed to use video footage from the Capitol because they couldn't admit to the federal agents dressed as MAGA supporters being inside the Capitol before the doors were breached. That's the important part about all of this, is they had on video federal agents dressed in MAGA fatigues waiting for the outside
I don't know if
protesters
I believe this
to
guy,
breach.
though. That committee, we spent a lot of money on it. It seems really legit. Frank, it seemed really legit, especially at the end when they closed the case and then burned all the files. That was I don't know. It seems legit.
I cannot stress enough. anytime there's a moment in American history where they decide to do a committee, Warren Committee, 9/11 Committee, Jan 6th Committee, you've been had by a false flag psyop,
100%,
people.
100%.
That is what has happened. And they use their committee to sully the waters and finalize the lie. So that way they could point to it every time you question the lie in the narrative of the story. Oh, we did this committee. This totally corrupted committee with all these insiders.
Yeah, but as Adam Kinzinger joined. It's
Right. Well, again, and what happens to all these committee people? I mean, Gerald Ford was on the JFK committee, and then he just coincidentally happens to be vice president when they forced Nixon to resign. Like, come on, man. Come on, dude. Just anyone involved with the committees always get nice little handouts and positions later on in their careers. So that's all you need to know when it comes to false flags and psyops. Here's a whistleblower saying that he was retaliated against by the FBI for exposing information about video footage from inside the Capitol depicting FBI agents dressed as MAGA supporters before the Capitol was breached.
Starting case these people. To which they said, well, we're going to call your SAC. And the SSA said, go right ahead. Because when you're pushing back, you want to make sure that you have your six covered. So the SAC and the ASAC were intimately aware of these kinds of exchanges that were going on. And again, to his credit, Joe Bonavolonta said, no, we're not opening up cases on people who went to a rally. And I forgot a key part. The SSA for CT2 said, happy to do it. Show us where they were inside the Capitol, and we'll look into it. To which WFO said, we can't show you those videos unless you can tell us the exact time and place those individuals were inside the Capitol. To which the SSA responded back, and I was privy to these conversations firsthand. Why can't you show us? Why can't you just give us access to the 11,000 hours of video that's available? Because there may be UC's undercover officers or CHS's confidential human sources on those videos whose identity we need to protect.
Excuse me?
They had to protect the identities of the phony MAGA supporters already at the Capitol who were paid informants and FBI agents. Well over 200 at this point that they have now admitted, and they're claiming, I've heard that they're admitting now to between 5 and 10 actual FBI agents dressed as MAGA supporters in the Capitol, inside the building, prior to the breaching of the Capitol. Before that one guy shot Ashley Babbitt in the face for no reason, these guys were already in the Capitol. Fake MAGA supporters.
It's so crazy. It's only going one way, dude. And did you see the video that got released of that chick who they said died of an overdose?
No,
Bro,
no way. What are you talking about? No.
Remember they said one of the one of the ladies in the crowd died of an overdose?
Man, I don't remember that one actually.
Now the video got released, and you just see this female officer beating the shit out of this woman with a baton. Just dude, the lady goes down, and this cop.
I mean, it's not funny, but
this cop is
the lies
beating her in the head.
Well, that Fanone, that one cop who they paraded to all the committees and everything.
Yeah, it turned out to be a shame.
They finally released his body cam footage, and literally nothing happened to that guy. He was totally fine. He walked away under his own accord.
He sat in front of that committee. His thing was all over the left-wing media where he was like crying. And he was like, I heard them say, take his gun. They were trying to shoot me with my own gun. And now that the video's released, all you hear is, hey, help him up. Help him up. You know what I mean? They literally helped him up.
Dude, absolutely. It's an unbelievable clip. I watched it. It's not great for audio and any of that stuff, but the point is they paraded this dude as their like celebrity victim of Jan 6th. He was the face of the police who had been beaten to bloody pulps and were within inches of their lives, man. And they were accosted so terribly by the rioters that several of them left from the event and died weeks later from heart attacks and strokes.
I know. But I don't know, man. Haven't you noticed everything they say about like the cops being beaten? Everything has been proven false. The fire extinguishers of the head. I think their biggest problem is conservative people love the cops.
They love also the Capitol and the Constitution in America and the institution of this country. Yes.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know. The thing just doesn't really add up. Now, I'm still going to go with a protest that got out of hand turned into a riot. I'll give it to you, fine. But at least we're not calling it an armed insurrection anymore.
Dude, absolutely. And I mean, what got you and I the most? I think what changed for you and I with this whole thing, as far as it being a major psyop, and I almost don't believe any of the violence.
Yeah.
What insurrection follows the velvet rope through the Capitol? These are people who love.
Dude. Yeah.
These people love our country. They are there to protest.
Yes.
They believe the election was stolen because it was stolen. You guys stole that election. It was obvious to all of these people that showed up. They went out of, these are people who have jobs, by the way, who took time out of their lives because they were so aggrieved with this accost on the Constitution.
Dude, Adam Carolla broke it down. That's why Jan 6 lasted 3 hours. It was less than 3 hours. You guys protested for months.
You burned down cities for an entire summer because of a fentanyl addict who died of his drug
raise
addiction.
the bridges in Chicago, man. Months.
Here's what gets me about Jan 6th is it's the only example the left can use to make the BLM Summer of Love riot seem okay.
For sure.
It's the only thing they have. But now that time is playing out and we're getting more info, it's starting to seem like the people who coordinated and organized the BLM Summer of Love burning of cities and riots also were the same people who staged the false flag of Jan 6. Like, these are the same violent people doing the same
SPLC.
shit, man.
That's what we learned.
SPLC, bro. But they keep trying to connect the two. They keep claiming that the BLM riots and Jan 6th are the same. And I've been wanting to sneak this in here. This is a little mini super clip of Sonny Hostin on The View claiming that you got to stop comparing. The Summer of Love was the Summer of Love. We were celebrating racism or whatever. I don't know what we were doing, but Jan 6th was a violent insurrection, man, right? So here we got a really great, quick, super clip of the difference, Mike, between Jan 6th and the Summer of Love. And let's see here. I did a bit of a mute here, I think. Unmute the tab. All right, let's dig in.
I just think we need to make it clear that there can be no comparison between the Black Lives Matter movement and what we saw on January 6th. So I just want to make that clear. There were very
You know, she's right.
limited,
Frank, you can't compare them. One had no fires. one was isolated to one location, not the whole country.
For 3 hours.
One was 3 hours instead of 3 months. There's no comparison, Frank.
Great call, man. And both, though, I'd say there's only one single comparison. Both financed by George Soros. I believe we can all agree on that one. George Soros financially backing.
limited destruction of property and
limited destruction of property during the
very limited destruction of property and violence during the uprising.
That's why this clip is great, because you just said limited violence and destruction of property. Mike, let's just take a little trip down memory lane in the Summer of Love 2020. I want to be clear how I characterize.
You're right.
Ari, what's this guy's name? Ari something. He's on MSN now. He's in front of what appears to be a burning building.
You're right. No comparison to January 6th. I don't remember any fires in the middle of the night, January 6th.
And we've talked about it too before, which is Jan 6th was the conservatives, the right wing of America, expressing their grievance with our government. They went to the Capitol.
Right.
to bring their grievance to our government. When George Floyd happened, people turned around and just burned their own cities to the ground, man. Like their own neighborhoods.
Here
Dude.
you go, being a racist and a bigot. Frank, didn't you learn anything from the Democrats? It was black people protesting. They don't have maps. These guys thought they were burning the Capitol down. Turned out to be a car dealership in Minneapolis. And then if you could zoom in,
if only black people.
There's a guy with a laptop that's upside down. He's trying to use it. He's trying to figure out, you know. I keep hearing about this Oogle thing. What's this Oogle? Frank, they can't help it. That's the Democrats. They're black. You know.
They can't find the DMV. They don't know how to use maps, and they can't even open a computer and use it, according to Governor Hochul in New York.
I assume they're walking because they can't get driver's license. Don't know where the DMV is. Why do they put them so far away?
That's why they depend so much on public transportation, Mike. We got to make it free for these people, man. Come on.
God, you're such a racist, Frank.
This is the best clip because you get to see the most infamous moment of the Summer of Love, the mostly peaceful yet fiery protest.
It is not, generally speaking, unruly, but fires have been started.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
It's not unruly, but fires have been started. That's aggressive.
And they're throwing explosives.
The best line I've ever heard, dude. It's not unruly, but fires have been started. All right.
And also, I want to remind everyone, Tony Fauci said none of these events that we were witnessing were super spreader events, right? No one was getting COVID during these riots, dude.
You know what? Sonny Hostin, I'm gonna. She's right, man. There is no comparison to January 6th here. Look at this.
No comparison, dude. Dude, the Summer of Love, Portland was under siege for 56 days. They were literally throwing Molotov cocktails at the police department.
Where nobody was allowed in. Like,
it was amazing because I kept talking about it and no one seemed interested. And then for some reason, after Jan 6th, that's all any of the liberals could talk about. They're like, oh, the worst violence I've ever seen in my life.
I'll never forget waking up and you turn on the news and it was like in Minneapolis. In Minneapolis, they took over Precinct 5. That's right. They have lost Precinct 5 to the rioters. The whole police building was taken over.
It was up in flames.
It's crazy.
It was dude. 2020 was the craziest year, man. I think it was just so traumatic. There was so much crazy shit going on that people they've decided to forget it, probably, basically, man.
Yeah.
No one should be destructing property and that sort of thing. But I understand the anger.
What you are? This is the apex of the experience here. You got the black guy with the
gas mask.
The gas mask and the building behind him completely, it's rubble. It's engulfed in flames, rubble engulfed in flames. And the Chiron says fiery, but mostly peaceful protest after police shooting. Chef's kiss. Oh my God, again, dude.
This is in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The last one was like Baltimore. They're going around the country with these clips.
It was nationwide, dude. Again, Portland during this under a 56-day siege. It was unbelievable.
No comparison to January 6th. You're right, Sonny. Spot on.
3 hours of a false flag or 36 days of nonstop rampaging through the streets of America. All right, all right.
We're seeing now these images came and come in stark contrast to what we saw over the course of the daytime hours in Kenosha and into the early evening, which were largely peaceful demonstrations in the face of law enforcement.
I just think
that's too good. That's too good. Fiery, but mostly peaceful.
Oh, I fucking love that, man. That is classic. And we lived through it, folks. All of us, man. That was
our
times.
nom.
Good times. That was our nom. Absolutely. Well, we are closing out, Mike. I think I can squeeze it in. I want to do it because I just want to remind everyone what was released this week, but did not get enough play in my book. Pretty spectacular stuff. The Trump administration debuted their aliens.gov website. Did you see this website?
Funny, dude. so fucking funny.
So we talked about it, how it was like 2 months ago that they bought the rights or the domain rights for aliens.gov, and everybody just freaked out and got really excited about the disclosure and all that stuff. And so sure enough, they unleashed it, and I went to it. Did you go to the website? Did you check it out?
So funny. It's
Everyone
so Trump,
had
with
to
the donation link, and then the dude, come on, the whole.
So everyone jokes about 4D chess. I often say 4D checkers.
100%.
Trump checkers guy, not a chess man. I've been wrong this whole time. Trump 4D troll.
Yeah,
he's a 4D troll, bro.
He's the biggest
4D trolling.
Lives the
Dude,
troll.
he trolls in dimensional ways you don't even see coming, dude. But think about this troll. This is fucking genius, dude. Like, literally, he knew everyone was all just like really excited about the disclosure and aliens and the UFOs, and we got all this stuff coming. So they do the website buy. I mean, this is a deep burn, dude. This is a slow, deep burn.
I was
by
just thinking
Trump.
that's how you know he's been hanging out with the Jews. This is
This is Mossad all over it.
Just like the
There's the pagers all over. Trump's like, oh, that's good, BB. I don't want to blow anyone up, though. I just want to really piss them off with my trolling. So let's, same element, same style, less explosions, more trolling.
Originally, your phone was going to blow up when you went to the website. But
BB's like, I don't understand. No explosion? No death?
Not even the brown people's phones?
What about Hezbollah? Huh? This fucking thing was so funny. If you clicked on it, it took you to where you live, and it gave you the total arrests within a certain time frame. Here where I live, I'm in the Broomfield area there. Only 12 arrests,
But what's
so I
crazy
live in a
is you
good
click
area.
on it, and it'll tell you what felonies these guys were convicted of, and all of
Yes.
them are like rape, murder, theft.
Yeah, assault, dangerous drugs, invasion of privacy, larceny, traffic offenses. Yeah, I saw a lot of rapes and murders. The greatest troll of
so
all
funny.
time,
Yeah, he nailed
without a question. Absolutely, he nailed it, dude. But also, you know what's crazy is we're in this moment right now, weirdly enough, where Trump's accomplishments and victories aren't really getting enough play. People aren't paying attention enough to the fact that the Maha movement is a major success. We are genuinely making people healthier. And then on top of it, dude, he got rid of a lot of the illegal aliens. There was a report this week in the Denver Post about profiling a Venezuelan illegal migrant family that decided to just go back to Venezuela because they were cut off from the freebies from the Trump administration.
That's what happens. That's how it should be.
We voted for this. This is what we voted for,
Not
man.
Iran.
And
This.
not Iran. We did not vote, but I argue Kamala or Trump, Iran was going to happen.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I think BB and company just, it was deep state. This is stuff that's, Bilderberger, Illuminati shit that is beyond our understanding. But I just love that, this is a nice, clever reminder to everyone obsessed with the UFO junk, which you're going to get nothing from the alien UFO stuff. You're getting nothing from it. I agree with you. I think they don't know.
Even like that Bob Lazar guy. Listen, I believe something landed. I believe these guys worked in this underground lab where they tried to reverse engineer Chinese technology. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a believer that we have maybe stumbled on tech that could either be alien origin or maybe ancient origin that we don't understand. I think that there's something involved there. Something advanced us technologically in the last 100 years, especially right after Roswell. So I think we did do some reverse engineering, and I'm a big proponent of the fact that we dominate space. We dominate on a technological, militaristic level, and I think it's our privatized corporations that worked with the CIA to work on this advanced tech, reverse engineer it, come up with our super looking spaceships. I think the UFOs people see are tech.
Right, but I think if you look at you don't really hear about crashes anymore, like UFO crashes. Like literally, that's from
great call. Actually, wait, that's
I think
weird.
What happened was Roswell is the reason it's so famous and everything, because I think it was Russia got a hold of a lot of German tech. We got a hold of ours. They got a hold of theirs. We don't know what they got a hold of. It could have
Great
just,
call.
and then that could explain why it was like, it's in the 60s, 50s, 60s. And then they kind of stop happening.
Right after Project Operation Paperclip, where we took the Nazis who were testing UFO technology.
Right. But I'm saying we didn't get it all.
We got some of it. Russia got some of it. I'm sure China got some of it. And I lost him. There he goes. I knew this would happen. Unbelievable. Let's see if I can do this, that, and the other. He's back. I love it, man. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right.
I can't see you, but I can hear you. So.
Oh, I like how we're both on the same level there with the idea that let me see, get rid of this guy here. We're both simpatico on the concept that a lot of this tech is ours, Russia's, or China's, and
100%.
I don't think we're engaging with the aliens like people believe. This was a great troll. It was perfect timing by the Trump administration, and I think what we're going to see over the next few weeks and months is more reminders publicly in troll fashion that the MAGA movement has been a major success over just a year or so, and that there's so much more to go. And we got to stop being distracted by files, all the files, UFO files, Epstein files,
they're just
Israel
distracted
files.
You, man.
It's distraction over distraction over distraction. Focus on the wins and what's actually happening, and we can ride that wave to the next level, I think. And I'm telling you, I read an article this week out of NPR or AP. I can't remember what it was, but there is some serious movement happening in the Supreme Court in June over stopping the counting of mail-in ballots after Election Day. There's a challenge.
That's even like a question.
But they are. I've been saying now for a couple months, Republicans don't seem that nervous or concerned about the midterms or 2028. They're almost too cool about it. Like they know something. And I think what they know is they have the Supreme Court on their side. And the Supreme Court agrees with majority of American citizens, which is get your ass off the couch and go stand in line and fucking vote and show your ID, right? Show your ID.
Yes.
You get one vote per person. No more mail-in vote balloting.
Yes.
But if we have to deal with it in the midterms, at the very least, I think the Supreme Court is going to pass a ruling where you can't count after the election day. So that will change a lot considering what is today. We are May 31st. They are still counting ballots for Kamala Harris in California for the 2024 election.
And if you live in LA, go vote for Spencer Pratt. Come on.
Please. Yes. Huge fan. I love Spencer Pratt, man. Absolutely.
Did you see that guy for the governor? Dude, the Democrats say they hate billionaires. There's a guy who's running, Steyer.
Yes.
He's a billionaire who made his money in private prisons. This guy is the most evil.
How is he a Democrat, man?
The Democrats are like, get these Nazis out of here. Hire this private prison owner, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That's ridiculous. No, so what's funny is it's shaking out. We discussed it a while back, but it is actually playing out where it might be two Republicans on the ticket.
Insane.
Which is insane.
Yes.
And it's looking increasingly possible that Spencer Pratt's going to win the LA mayor election. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Deserved and needed. We need this action in Colorado where we are just trapped in this tyranny of Democratic rule. Yeah, man. Unbelievable stuff. Mike, fastest hour in the universe. We crushed it. 2.5 hours. I think we should probably call it. Did you have anything else you wanted to add on top of that? I mean, I think we covered it all. We didn't do Iran. I'm not playing into that bullshit anymore. It's nonstop back and forth. The peace deal. We don't even know who they're dealing with. Absolutely absurd. But I think next week when we come back, we might be staring down a massive Russian invasion of Ukraine. They pulled all their diplomats out of Kiev, and apparently Putin has declared, we're coming in, we're taking Kiev, and then we're calling it. So, and allegedly Trump, according to insiders,
Kiev, like he's taking the whole country, all of Ukraine.
That basically, he's apparently he's going to take Kharkiv and Kiev or whatever and stop there. He said, I'm taking what I want, and that's it. And apparently Trump's like, hey, look, we tried to make the deal 4 years ago, but if this is the deal you want, it's the deal you're going to get, and we're going to give you that point and this. So they're saying Trump might make the deal, and
Zelensky should
that's
have taken that deal, man.
Zelensky fucked up, man. Absolutely. So we'll see how that plays out. But until then, I want to Wish everyone a great rest of your weekend. Next week, I'm also going to tap into a very controversial subject. We're going to do a little dive into Greater Israel theory. Because today Israel took a major chunk of Lebanon
and
today.
that will be our last show. It has been a great.
You'll never see We're just going to discuss it from multiple perspectives. We always accept shekels and silver here on the Dude Man podcast, Jankuya, Hiroshima. And then we, of course, accept yen from our future overlords, the Chinese. Absolutely. We accept it, man. Tim Dillon had a great rant on our vein, Mike, where he said, I'll get paid in yen. Send me the yen, man. I'm all for it, dude. You guys are going to run the world. Gee, just send us a list of the no-nos. We'll keep it right here. We won't even talk about it.
You don't look anything like that bear. I don't know what they're talking about, G. Dumb cartoon bear, you look amazing.
Send us the shekels, the yen, and or the Bitcoin. We take it all here on the Dude Man podcast. We appreciate everyone for hanging out, enjoying the good times, great oldies, great crowd today. All right, I love it, man. Mike, we're crushing it. Got DJ Radfather here to play us out.
Only one way to do it.
To the finale. Yeah, man. We'll see you all next week. Same time, same place. Yes.
Oh, you already know.
Yo, VIP. Let's kick it. Ice, baby. Ice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I blow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance. Caress a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bulls out. A kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, baby.